Captain Chan, 13 years, and still no news? My little moon was only 5 when she was taken. Captain Chan, if you can find—
Lin Group will put up 50 million as a reward. Even if it costs me everything, I will bring back my flesh and blood. Jonathan Lin. Mr. and Mrs. Lin, don't worry. We will never give up.
If she fell into those bastards' hands, how could she possibly survive? Why are you taking so long to wash clothes? What a useless girl.
Mom, I'll finish washing soon.
When you're done, get over there and sign the papers. Starting tomorrow, you're not going to high school. Going to work at the textile mill in the county town.
What are you yelling about? I just want a game.
Daishu, I don't want to work at the textile mill.
Why not? I told you to go make money for me, and you're not happy about it.
Daishu, you're handsome. In this village, you stand out. One day you'll move to the city and become—
You brat, what kind of sweet talk are you feeding?
Daishu, just think. You'll be a big boss. If your little sister is a middle school grad, a country girl working a sewing machine, wouldn't that embarrass you?
That actually makes some sense.
If you let me take the college entrance exam and get into university, after graduation, I'll not only get government support, I can also— then all I earn will be yours to manage. I'll buy you a villa in the city and a Land Rover. Isn't that way better than the tax? That paycheck is still better.
Ma, Lin Joy is right. If we raise a college student, we'll look good. Let her go to college.
Big post, don't listen to nonsense. Senior year tuition still costs hundreds.
Teacher Lee said if she gets into a top university, the county will give several thousand.
Good sis, I'll support you for this last year, but you better get into college and come back to repay me.
Thank you, Brother Big Po. My name is Lin Joy. At 5, I was sold into these deep mountains. In 13 years, I've been slapped more times than had meals. I've washed more clothes than I've written words, but I know these days are finally coming to an end.
Lin Joy came in first in grade again, 50 points ahead of second place. Lin Joy, you're amazing. With grades like your Northern Capital and Clearbrook are certain. When you make it to the city and become a boss, don't forget us classmates, okay? If you get rich.
Thank you. Once I get out of here, I'll treat everyone to a feast.
What's the point of good grades? Lin Joy, I'm worried for you. With that insane foster mother and that lazy bum hanging around all day. Do you think your brother and the others will let you finish senior year in peace and go to college in North Cap?
I have to get out through the exam.
Lin Joy, Mr. Lee wants you in his office right now. Lin Joy, here are insider mock exam papers from several top high schools in the provincial cap. Your teacher pulled strings to get this for you. Take it back and—
Ms. Lee, too valuable. I, Lin Yu, should sit down.
I know your situation. You're a gifted student, the hope of the school. I asked you here to tell you this. Only a few months remain until the college entrance exam. No matter what pressure your family puts on you, if there's anything you can't handle, come to— While I'm here, the school is your support. If the sky falls, I'll hold it up. Just keep moving forward. You hear me?
I hear you. Thank you, Ms. Lee.
Zhao Linyua, quit playing dead. I heard in the village you came first in your grade again. First place comes with prize money. Hand it over so I can gamble. If you hide 1 cent, I'll skin you alive.
Coming to the school to demand money?
Guys, get him. You wanna smash my stuff? You looking to die?
Let me knock some sense into you, you jerk.
Ah. You little brat, you splashed me. What trash? Little brat, who are you mouthing off at? She says the way you look now. Like a drowned rat, you really look like a beggar.
Comrade, you barged into the school and openly insulted a student. We're calling the police to have you arrested.
Call them men. I'm asking my little sister for money. That's only right. The police may control heaven and earth, but can't meddle in my family business.
Zhao Daju, you again. This is a school, not a place for drifters like you. Get out now.
You old bastard, who do you think you are? Tonight I'll bring people and smash this crappy school.
Go on, try it. Lin Joy is independent, a top prospect for Northbridge and Chingford, not a cash machine for your Zhao family. If you dare, brick by brick, make sure you rot in prison.
Yeah. A worthless parasite sucking people dry, and you call yourself tough? You
won't take the easy way. Then I'll kill you first, you old bastard.
Stop. If he hits someone and gets hauled into the station, we'll keep Madame Zhao off me. That idiot can't get into trouble yet. Big Pole, don't be mad.
Where have you been? Hurry and give me that monthly exam bonus.
Brother Big Zhu, there's no bonus for monthly exams. Once I get into Tsinghua or Peking University and win the counties, I'll spend it all on a big gold chain.
Really?
Brother Big Zhu, don't be mad at them. They're jealous that I'm this handsome and bound to be a big boss someday. Why lower yourself by arguing with people?
The girl's right. I'm going to be a big boss, so I'm not wasting time on you hicks. At least you know what's what. I'm going to play cards. You'd better study hard and don't forget my big gold chain.
Principal Lee, I'm sorry. Because of me, the whole school got dragged into and you all almost got hurt. Everyone, I'm sorry.
Child, this isn't your fault. You're the victim. Our job is to protect you. Don't overthink it. Go back to class and focus on Lin. Don't be scared. If Thug dares come again, boys in class will beat him out. Trash like him isn't worth attention.
Your job now is to get into Tsinghua or Peking and leave that place for good.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Turn off the lights. You think electricity is free, you little loser? You think getting first place on a monthly test can—
Mom, I only had the last 2 questions left. Mr. Lee said they might show up on the college entrance exam.
College entrance exam? You just want to spread your wings and fly like a wild phoenix. I'll tear up this crap so you give up. Big Pillar is back. Hurry up, get a basin of hot water to wash his feet.
Mom, why tear up her book? If it messes up her shot at being top scorer, how can—
Big Pillar, don't let her fool you. The more she studies, the wilder she gets.
It's over. My top scorer secret manual. Big Pillar, Villa is gone. And the Land Rover too.
What do you mean?
Brother Big Pillar, this notebook said,
Full of insider secrets from North Peak and East Bay University.
can become a top executive making $1 million a year.
$1 million a year? What a load of crap.
Brother Big Pillar, don't get it. In the city, graduates from North Peak and East Bay.
All work in fancy office towers. Then give you tens of thousands a month for pocket money. But now Mom ripped up the secret book, so I won't get in.
Mom, who told you to tear it up?
Big Pillar's mom, I was scared she.
Scared my ass. Go get some glue right now and piece it back together bit by bit. If you don't stick it right, you're not sleeping tonight. Stick it on.
Our Joy has soft hands. Mommy can never hold them enough.
Your mommy wishes she could hold your hand all day and never let go. Come here, let daddy hold you.
Not yet, Daddy.
Sis, Big Brother has something cool to show you.
A butterfly I just caught in the back garden.
Joy! Put my daughter down.
Don't take her away, Joy.
Mom, Dad, Big Brother, save me. Mom, Dad, Big Brother, save me. It's been 13 years. I can barely remember your faces. But I know. You must still be looking for me. Soon. Once I get admission letter from Tsinghua or Peking University, I'll come back and find you. Mom, I made breakfast. Left 2 steamed buns in the pot for Brother Big Pillar. Teacher Lee said. I have a practice exam this morning, so I'm going to school first. When Brother Big Pillar wakes up, please tell him I'll do well on it, so he can get Range Rover sooner.
That little hussy's too scheming. Big Pole's got no brains. A few sweet words from her, and he's wrapped around her finger. If this keeps up, once she enters college, her heart will wander.
Big Pole won't be able to control her.
Then our house of Fairweather will have nothing. So while we still can—
She's still pure. Isn't Limping Wade from the next village willing to pay 50 grand in bride price?
to buy himself a virgin bride? Today's Yvonne's birthday.
Mom, please don't be upset. You wear yourself down every day. How can your body handle it? My sister is blessed by fate. She'll be okay.
Mom, Dad, Sylvia's right. Yesterday I sent 3 private detective teams. Even if I have to search every mountain, I'll bring little sister home. Okay.
You're all good kids.
We've been looking for 13 years, and we're still looking.
Lin Yu, you'd better have died in that lousy mountain dump long ago. The spot of the Lin family's heiress can only belong to me, Lin Siue. If you dare come back, I'll make your life hell.
Mrs. Zhao, think it through. That little brat could get into Qing Bay.
You'd sell her to me for 50,000?
What good prospect. School's made her wild. Now she eggs my son on to talk back. If I don't sell her now, she'll fly away.
I won't get a cent.
Fine, 50,000.
It's a deal.
Director Lee, County Chief, on this rural inspection, I brought up Lin Joy. Our county hasn't produced a student for North or Tsinghua in over a decade.
She's our only trump card, and Lin Joy's only lifeline.
Don't worry, Principal.
Lin Joy is so sensible it breaks your heart. As long as the county chief pays attention, those in the Chow family won't dare snatch her away.
Top of the grade, 50 points ahead of second place. This isn't just promising talent. She's our county's golden phoenix. You must be student Lin Joy. You have that scholarly air. I heard your family is struggling. If you need anything, just tell the county. Whether it's study materials or trouble in daily life.
County Chief, thank you for concern. I don't need study materials and can handle life. I only have one small wish.
Oh, let's hear. If it's for your studies, I'll make it happen.
Mr. Lee said that on the first day of the college entrance exam, you'll be leading the inspection team. That day, could you come to the gate in person? Take a look at the students from the—
Is that all, Lin Joy? You want me to give you a boost too?
A kid from a family like mine is afraid things will go wrong at the last moment. If you come, I'll feel like the country has my back. Then I won't be afraid of monsters or
Sounds good. I promise, on the first day of the college entrance exam, I won't just go, I'll be the first one waiting for you at the school gate. I want to see our county's future top scorer walk into the exam room with my own eyes.
Lin Yu. You still want to sit here in the sun? I went to my grandma's place in the next village last night, and I saw your mom enter Walt Kripp's yard.
What would my mom be doing at Walt Kripp's house?
What else could it be? Walt Kripp has been asking around, trying to buy a young, pretty wife. When your mom came out, that old bachelor was grinning wide, every one of them. Lin Yu, your mom's trying to trade you for
She really said that?
Why would I lie? It's too dangerous to go home now. Maybe we should ask Mr. Lee.
You can dodge it once, but not forever. Since she's in a hurry to sell me off, then I ought to give her a big gift too.
Where's sister-in-law Zara? I've got the 50 grand on me.
She's out cold. I slipped a little something into her dinner. Hurry up.
Don't wake Dorian.
Dorian, wake up.
Oh my god, Linley. What are you doing, haunting people at night?
Dorian, Mom says you're a worthless loser who only plays video games. You can't even protect the family, let alone buy a Range Rover.
Did she really say that?
Mom sold me behind your back to Limp Wong from the next village. She said he has 50 grand in cash and is a real man. 100 times better than you. From now on, she's counting on her son-in-law to buy her drinks and leave to rot.
Quirin is locked up in the house.
Limp Wong, screw you. I'm gonna hack you to death, you crippled mutt.
Daju, are you crazy? That's Uncle Wong.
Uncle my ass. He dares steal my girl and say I'm not as good as him? Where's the money? The 50 grand bride price. Where is it? That's mine.
What a sin. I saved that up for your marriage. Brother Wong, don't go.
Mom. Lena Yates has her college entrance exam tomorrow. Don't start causing trouble for me again like before.
Dora's mom is doing this for your own good.
You don't know Jack. If she doesn't study, will support me later. I sure don't want to work.
Douglas, why do you trust that girl so much? What if she gets big ideas later and stops listening?
No way. Lena Yates has always been obedient. Whatever I say, she does. What's she gonna do?
Once people get educated and see the flashy world out there, who's to say they won't get ideas?
So what are you thinking?
If you want control over someone, need leverage, make her write an IOU and have her thumbprint it. Say she owes you 5 million With this paper, she'll never get back on her feet again.
Mom, you have the good ideas.
Mom went to your great aunt's in the next village. She won't be back to-
You said after tomorrow's exam, you would take me to the city to ride in a Range Rover?
Brother Big Pillar, what are you doing? Didn't we agree to wait until after the exam? You're going to affect tomorrow's test.
It won't affect anything. Put your thumbprint on it. After that, go take your test.
Big Pillar Zhao. You brought this on yourself.
What did you say? Ouch. You little cutie, how dare you?
Lin, what brings you here this late?
Shirley. Can I stay over at yours tonight?
Of course. Come in. We can squeeze in together tonight. Lin, can I ask you a few questions?
Go, Shirley. Since I came tonight, I wasn't planning to hide it from you.
When did you find out you weren't born into the Jones family, but were trafficked here?
At 5, I remember my mom always smelled sweet, but the way Madame Shaw looked at me was like she was looking at a pig she bought. No mother would watch her daughter wash clothes in ice water with a smile on her face.
If you knew so much when you were little, why didn't you report it in town sooner? Wasn't the police station there?
Report it? You're too naive. Shaw Village is tiny. The whole clan sticks together, and I was a minor. As soon as I stepped through the door, before half a day passed, they'd bring a crowd and drag me back. If I failed once, what waited for me wouldn't just be work and scolding. They would chain me up in the woodshed and force me to have Shaw Daju's baby. I only had one chance. Before I was sure, I could never take that risk.
So you kept waiting until you were grown up. Then what about a few days ago, when the county chief came to the school? He was the top official in the county. If you had asked him for help then, he could have had the police take you away. Then last night you wouldn't. It was way too risky.
If I'd reported it to the county chief then, what would have happened?
The police would have opened a case, investigated the Chow family.
Yes, opened a case. But opening it and investigating takes procedure, statements, evidence, DNA testing, matching me with my real parents in the national database. The legal process could take months, even years. The college entrance exam only. If I missed it, how else could I get out of these mountains? Once I finished the exam and got my college admission letter, I could leave fair and square. No one could stop me.
Then, do you know who your real parents are? Where to find them?
I remember my name was Joy Woods. My family was probably rich, and I had an older brother. But I don't know who knows where they moved after 13 years.
Even if you get into Beijing, how are you supposed to find them in a city that big?
I don't need to find them.
What?
I'll get into the best university in the country, earn the highest score, and become the province's top student. My name and photo as a Tsinghua or Peking university will spread across the country, make the major papers, and hit the TV news. Then come find me.
Lin Yu, last night you showed up at my door covered in mud and water. You scared me.
Lucky you ran out. If you'd stayed with the Zhao family, you couldn't have taken the test today.
Xiaoling, I'll never forget this kindness. If I hadn't rested at your place, I'd be too weak to hold a pen now. That's her.
The thug who hurt my son.
Is right there. Everyone, come look.
This heartless ingrate nearly beat her brother to death last night, then stole the family's life-saving money and ran off. She's not here to take the exam at all. She's a fugitive.
Mom. Zhao Dashu forced me to put thumbprint on an IOU last night. I was defending myself. Let me in. Need to take the—
You'll rot in the Zhao family for life. Tie this murderer up and drag her back. Take her to the police station.
Help! They're kidnapping me. Who dares touch me?
Madam Sullivan, whatever grudge, wait till the exam ends. Today is the college entrance exam. Whoever ruins Lily Moore's future will answer.
Hand her over, or I'll beat you too.
The school's shielding a murderer. A teacher's sleeping with a student. There's no justice. I can't go on.
Ah!
In broad daylight, at an exam site of all places, who gave you the nerve to attack people here?
Stop right there.
Mayor Clark, she hit my son.
If someone got hit, police will investigate. But today, whoever dares stop Lily Moore from entering this exam hall, I'll charge on the spot with obstructing a national exam. Police, clear the area. Lin Joy, go on. Country's got your back.
Don't let the people who care about you down.
That girl finished ages ago. Why isn't she out?
Hey, did you see Luna Wood?
Luna Wood, left a while ago.
What? Didn't everyone leave together after the exam? Why was she in a rush?
The second she turned in her paper, she kept her head down and slipped out with the first group while the crowd was thick.
Where did that damn girl go?
Where'd she go? Talk.
Who are you? Why are you jumping and scaring people?
I'm her mother. Cut the crap. Where is that brat hiding? If you don't tell me the truth, none of you are leaving today.
She said she'd go hide for a few days at classmate Daniel Lee's house in South Mountain Village and wait until grades come out before deciding.
Daniel Lee of South Mountain Village?
Lena Young said classmate lives out in the sticks. Even if her mom runs herself off, she still won't.
South Mountain Village, huh? Trying to pull a vanishing act?
Let's see if I don't track you down.
Heh, heh, heh. South Mountain Village is in the exact opposite direction from Lena Woods' house. That old lady will be running around for half the day. Thanks, class monitor.
If you two didn't cover for me, I likely wouldn't have got away today.
Hey,
No need to be polite. These past 3 years, you've helped everyone with so many issues. It's the least we could do. Hurry and go back with Leo before the score. Whatever you do,
Don't worry.
Yvonne, in the last exam today, the science section, my mind went blank. What do you think about the last 2 tough physics questions?
The last physics question about the electromagnetic setup took a lot of calculation. But in that mock exam Mr. Lee gave us there was a very similar model. After setting up the coordinates and working through the formulas, the answer should be right. As for it was the same for everyone. I made sure to get every point possible. The rest depends on the grading. For 13 years, every step I've taken has been on a knife's edge. This mountain will never trap me again.
That damn girl ran pretty far.
Where does Daniel Lee's family live in your village? I mean Daniel Lee, a senior at County No. 1 High School.
Daniel Lee? South Hill Village has only a few dozen families, and everyone is named Clark. There's no Daniel Lee.
No way. The college entrance exam just ended today. That girl said he's her classmate and hiding at Daniel Lee's house. Think again.
I've lived here my whole life. How could I remember it wrong?
Miss, let me ask you something.
Is there a kid in your village named Daniel Lee? Daniel.
Never heard of him. Don't delay me from work.
Those 2 little cuties teamed up to fool me. Huh.
Where's Linda Hart? We're now catching her.
Don't ask. Big Dan, your mom got played by 2 little brats at the school. I went to South Ridge Village. There wasn't Leo Grant there.
Useless fool. You couldn't even keep an eye on 2 kids.
Big Dan, slow down. Head still in.
Slow down my ass. Linda Hart ran off. My villa's gone, and my rover's gone. Where the hell is she hiding now? You have to find her.
The world's so damn big. If she's hiding on purpose, how would Mom know where she went?
I don't care. If we can't find Linda Hart, I'm never letting go with you.
This was all your idea. Wait, that girl studied her heart out for 3 years. Her only obsession was getting into college.
She can run, but can't hide forever.
What do you mean?
College entrance exams are over. Next comes the scores, then the admission letter. He must go back to school in person.
Let's not rush these next few days.
When that day comes, we'll get a few relatives together and wait at the school gate. The second he shows up, don't say a word, shove him in a sack.
Carry him back.
You hit me with a stool. Once we catch you and bring you back, you'll see what I do to you.
Mom. Are you sure that girl will definitely come today? It's packed like a mountain of people here.
He'll come. Today the Provincial Capital University admissions office is meeting students in person. To get out of here.
Even if knives were falling from the sky, he'd still come get the admission notice.
Boss, a lot of cops are here today. Can we really do this?
Ha, what are you scared of? Once he shows up, move fast, throw a sack over him, stuff him into the van, and no one will ever find him.
Yeah. Student Forrest Joy, total score 718, number 1 in science in the whole province.
718. He did it.
He really did it.
Principal, the provincial top scorer really came from our county.
County chief, it's true. Not only is she the provincial top scorer, this class also has the highest score in our county's history. They are already on their way here. Great, that's wonderful. This isn't just student Lynn Joy's honor, it's the pride of our whole county.
That little cutie big pillar is making a move over there.
Student Lynn Joy, how do you feel about becoming the provincial top scorer?
That person who used to cry.
Has reached a height I'll never be able to touch in this lifetime. Student Lin Moon.
Congratulations. You've brought us honor.
Comrade County Chief. Don't let this sweet little liar fool you. She was a bride our family bought with cash.
Everyone, look at my head. This vicious woman did this. She even attacked her own man. She doesn't deserve to be the provincial valedictorian.
Wait a second.
Since you insist on ripping this open today in front of the whole county and the provincial media, then let's flip the whole table. My last name isn't Smith. 13 years ago, I was trafficked to Smith Village and became the child bride they talked about. People ask, if it's been 13 years, why didn't I run? Why didn't I call the police soon?
Little cutie, be honest. Where were you trying to run off to today?
In elementary school, I tried to run away once, but before I could get past the village gate, they caught me and dragged me back. I said I wanted to go out and play, and that was how I got away with it.
Isn't that the Zhao family's daughter-in-law?
Why aren't you in class? What are you doing wandering here?
Your skin itching for a beating?
Later, when I went to middle school in town, I found out that the people running convenience stores and restaurants near the town police station were acquaintances and relatives of Madame Zhao in town.
Lin Joy, want me to call the cops?
No, thanks. I considered asking a classmate to call police. I can handle it myself. But the Zhao family are notorious. My classmates and teachers have helped me a lot. I was trapped in hell, and my only weapon was my mind, so I studied like my life depended on. I waited 13 years for this moment, in front of the county chief and all the provincial media. The province's top science student officially sues Zachary Grandpillar and Martha Grandpillar for buying a trafficked child, illegal detention, and raping a young girl.
Outrageous. This is absolutely outrageous.
Arrest those two right now.
Investigate this to the very end.
Mom, the doctor said you're too worried. If this keeps up, your body will give out.
Hey. Not a single day goes by without finding Joy. I just can't stop worrying.
Mom, search team in Southwest checked 3 more villages last night. Still no news, but I've already had them send more people. Don't worry. We just received an urgent live update from the college entrance exam results scene. Today, the province's exam results were announced. The top science scorer is Lin Joy from County First High in one of the province's with a score of 718. She took first place in science in the
But just a moment.
This gifted girl exposed a horrific child trafficking case from 13 years ago right at the school gate in front of the entire provincial media.
Joy, that's my Joy. Nation, that's our daughter.
Those eyes. They look just like Joy did when she was little. The timing matches, and that person's name is the same. She is my younger sister. She became the top scorer in the...
Mom, Dad, don't get upset yet. Plenty of people in this world look alike. Besides, if my sister really was In some poor backwater, how could she possibly score high enough to become the provincial top scorer? Could this be some kind of scheme?
Shut up. I know my own flesh and blood. For 13 years, she's suffered so much. She used her brains to become the top scorer and save herself in front of the media. Heaven is helping us find our daughter. Lynn, come with Dad. Find your sister.
I'm coming too.
He hit me too. Look at head.
He smashed me like this. Why aren't you arresting him? You ungrateful little brat. Our family scrimped and saved.
Raised you for 13 years, and now you've become the top scholar. You're sending your benefactors to jail. Everyone, look. The top scholar is driving foster parents.
You're human traffickers. How dare you call yourselves benefactors? You were the ones who tried to assault a victim. The victim acted in self-defense. What's wrong with that? This is the villain playing victim. Shameless. Thank goodness the girl was smart enough to get into school.
Otherwise,
My life was ruined by all of you.
Officers, I acted in self-defense. Willing to cooperate with the investigation at any. I believe the law will deliver the fairest judgment. It won't let a bad person go, and it won't wrong a victim either.
Miss Lynn Joy, thank you for cooperating with the investigation. We've gathered the details and put them on record. What you did at the time was complete. You won't bear any responsibility. We've opened a file for your case. Your DNA data has been entered into the National Family Search Database. Find your biological parents. When we hear news, we'll let you know.
Thank you, officers. Sorry for trouble.
Not at all. Go back and get ready for college. You did great.
My joy. My daughter, I've finally found you. It's been 13 years. I've searched so hard for you.
Sis. We're here to take you home. Joy is over there in the car. Come home with Mom and Dad. We've waited 13 years for this. Yeah, sis, you don't need to worry about what happened here. Dad called the corporation's legal team. Their top lawyers will fly in tonight and take over.
Those two from the Zephyr family will get the harshest punishment law allows. Come home with us and get some rest, okay?
Mom, Dad, you're in a hurry to take me back. But I'd like to stay here one more day. If not for Mr. Lee protecting me, and the class president and Colin helping me, never to get through college entrance exam in peace. Before I leave,
You know how to repay kindness. Joy is a sweet, loyal girl. Good girl, Mom will do.
Leon, find the best hotel in the county and book some suites. Joy's had a long day. She must be exhausted. Let her get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow we'll go to school and thank the teachers. Okay, Dad, I'll set it up now.
in 13 years, this was the first time she didn't have to worry about Martha dragging her out of bed in the middle of the night to work or curl up in that cold, drafty woodshed.
Is Joy asleep? Can Mom come in? Joy, someone bought these clothes from the county mall. They're pure cotton, soft and comfy, and soak up sweat. You can wear this tomorrow when you say goodbye to your teachers and classmates.
And this too. Tomorrow, when you say goodbye to your classmates, we should exchange contact info. You have a phone now. When you go to the provincial capital later, you can stay in touch with the teachers and classmates here anytime.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mom.
Silly child, why are you thanking Mom and Dad? We owe you this. From now on, we'll never be apart again.
Sis, Mom, Dad, you're here too? You brat, it's late. Why are you rushing around? Yeah, I was thinking, Sis hasn't really had a proper meal all day. I just drove around a few streets on purpose and got the county's most famous hot walnut buns.
Thanks, bro.
My Yaya looks so beautiful.
Yeah, you look absolutely gorgeous today.
It's good that you're back. I always knew, as teacher, that you were a golden phoenix. Sooner or later, you'd fly away.
Ms. Lee, thank you for protecting and guiding me these past 3 years. Everyone, thank you for standing up for me. Lynn, you will never forget it.
Lynn, when you get to the provincial capital, don't forget us. If you make it big,
Definitely. See you at college.
Yaya, before we get home, Mom wants to talk to you about your little sister, Sylvia.
The police said they had rescued a little girl from a child trafficking den.
She was about your age. I was hopeful and rushed over to claim you, but when I got there, I found that child wasn't you.
Mom. Sylvia must have been scared back then, right? Don't worry. I'll get along well with her.
Yeah, my daughter, you're finally home. For 13 years, every time Mom closes her eyes, all she sees is your childhood self.
Mom, I'm back. Don't cry.
As long as you're back, this is your home from today. Mom and Dad will make up these 13 years 100 times over.
Sis, you're back. Mom, Dad, and brother talk about you every day. I'm Siue. From now on, we're real sisters.
Hello, Siue.
Sis. Your room was set up by Mom herself. I'll take you upstairs to see.
I'm coming too.
I'll help Yvonne check whether the desk is the right height. If not, I'll replace it right away.
You stay there. It's a girl's room. Why are you, grown man, tagging along?
Exactly. Let your two sisters have time alone. Girls have secrets. Let them get to know each other. Keep Dad company in the living room and make tea. Alright then, Yvonne. If the room is missing anything or you're uncomfortable, call for me upstairs, okay? I'll take care of it right away.
Okay, thanks, bro.
Don't worry, bro. I'll take good care of my sister. Sis. This is the custom limited edition bracelet Mom gave me for my 18th birthday. You just came out of the mountains, so you've probably never seen anything this pretty, right?
It really is beautiful.
It's for you, sis.
No, thanks. Mom gave you this for your coming of age gift. You should keep it.
You have to take it, sis. We're real sisters. No need to be so formal.
As long as you like it.
I can give up anything for you.
Thanks.
Miss Sybil, young ladies, lunch is ready. Sir and Madam are waiting downstairs. You can come down now.
Got it, Nanny June.
Yvonne, eat more. Before college starts, you need to build up your strength. You're so skinny.
Thanks, Mom.
Sybil, what's wrong? Not to your taste?
No, Dad, just seeing my sister wear the bracelet Mom gave me makes me happy for her. It was what Mom gave me. She seemed to like it, and I thought my sister had never worn pretty jewelry in the mountains, so I gave it to her. If my sister is happy, I don't mind not having a bracelet.
Oh, ma'am.
No way.
Two-faced, huh? Want to see how Mom and Dad deal with this? Please don't let them be like in those cheesy dramas.
Siue, I know you meant well, but that was your coming of age gift from Mom. It means more. Bring the bracelet back tomorrow.
Mom, I wasn't forced.
The Lin family doesn't need you to wrong yourself to please little sister. Don't do unnecessary things again. Exactly, yeah. If you like it, just tell your brother. I'll take you to the mall tomorrow and get you 10 different ones, so you can wear one every day.
Thank you, sister, but I need to study, and wearing a bracelet isn't convenient. Compared to jewelry, I'd rather have some and physics study materials. I want to use summer break to get a.
That's my little sister. So hardworking and a bookworm, just like me. What nonsense. What does that have to do with you? Your sister became the top science student in the province despite harsh conditions. That high IQ comes from the genes your mother and I passed on.
Joy, the college application deadline is almost here. Have you decided how to fill it out? Any major?
Mom, I've decided. I'm applying for physics at Tsinghua Peking University.
Okay, physics is great. Basic science is the foundation of a strong nation. That's my daughter, Lincoln. You've got ambition. Joy, that's amazing. Way cooler than me majoring in finance.
As long as our Joy likes it, Mom supports whatever you choose.
Why? How can she just say a few words about reading and research? And suddenly become the center of the whole family? I worked my tail off and only barely got into Northbridge through the arts track. Why does she get to take everything that was supposed to be mine so easily?
Excuse me. Is this Mr. Forrest Kingdom's home? 2 admission letters from Northbridge University need both students to sign for them in person. Quick. Bring them in, hurry. Joy, thought Joy. Come sign for them, quick.
Good girls, both Mom's pride. The Forrest family has 2 Northbridge students now. This is wonderful.
Good. My daughter, Linda Kingston. Go get ready. In half a month, I'm throwing a banquet at the finest hotel in the provincial capital. 2 admitted to Chinebridge and Northcrest, especially. I heard the presidents of Chinebridge and Northcrest personally.
Ha 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 ha.
Come here, Sylvia. This is the college gift your brother got for you. That designer collab bag you've always loved. Your brother pulled strings to buy it back from overseas.
Wow, thanks, bro. You're the best.
I even asked friends in the physics department at Chinebridge and Northcrest for these materials. They've got the internal course slides for every freshman made, National Key Laboratory Prep Program outline, and the academic emails of several academy.
This gift is what I wanted. Thanks, bro.
Of course. My little sister is a future great scientist. Only this kind of thing is worthy of our top scholar.
Oh, my dear Miss Joy, on such a happy day, why are you crying like this? Who upset you?
Nanny Jean. Am I already just an extra person in this family?
I watched you grow up. Who would dare say extra?
Brother gave me designer brands just to brush me off, to appease. but he went to get the core academic materials from North and Central University. In our parents' eyes, sister is the top science scorer. I should move.
Miss Joy, don't say silly things. That wild country girl was just lucky. She just got back and is already this arrogant. Don't worry, Miss Joy Lynn. As long as I'm here, won't let you suffer such humiliation.
That little brat will learn this family's rules sooner or later. Ah. Sis. Don't push me.
Joy Lynn,
Haven't you had enough of this act?
can't we all just get along?
Stop pulling this cheap soap opera stunt.
I don't have time for these games.
What I hate is how you act so superior.
I'm just telling the truth.
Who are you trying to impress? You're just a wild girl back from the mountains. Why, the moment you came back, did our
Mom and Dad treat us both the same. They don't play favorites.
Then why did brother give me a designer bag while you went to all that trouble?
To give him latest college prep material.
Everyone gets what they need.
What's the
You, don't think that because you're back, you stand for everything. 13 years of feelings can't be wiped.
I never wanted to erase you, let alone replace. You're sensitive. No matter what.
Who wouldn't want to be the eldest miss of the Lynn family? I want to be Lily Lynn. Believe it or not, if I tell Mom and Dad you pushed me.
Are you in elementary school?
You, Miss Lydia.
Was that you calling just now? What happened?
Ah. Martha Zhang. My foot really hurts.
Miss Lydia. How are you? You just got back and you're already shoving people at home. Ma'am, sir, come look.
Nanny Zhang, stop. I just lost my balance. My sister was focused on her book. She didn't mean to push me. Please don't tell Mom and Dad.
Take your time with the act. I have things to do. I won't keep you company.
This is outrageous. You shoved someone and act so self-righteous. You just walked off without looking. You have no manners at all. Ma'am, come look. Miss Joy's foot is swollen. What happened? Joy, how did you fall? What happened, ma'am? You have to stand up for Miss Joy. Was in the kitchen, but when Miss Joy rolled down. Miss upstairs was alone. Miss Sierra covered for her, but with that attitude, she went straight back to her room without a glance.
Mom, she had her Northbridge lectures and was wearing headphones. She probably walked by, and I fell down. She didn't mean to push me. Please don't blame her.
If Yaya was so deep in studying she couldn't even hear anything, how would she know Sierra had fallen? Nanny Jane. You've been with this family for 15 years. If you keep driving a wedge between the two girls at home without any proof, pack up and leave at once. Sierra, don't cry. Yaya has always been a sensible, focused child. She would never
Push someone in this house.
Don't suspect each other. Mom believes your sister would never do that. Martha, what are you standing for? Help Miss Sylvia to her room, now. Put some medicated oil on it. Yes, ma'am. I'll help Miss Sylvia back right away. Yvonne.
Mom, why are you here? Don't wear yourself out.
About what happened earlier, I've looked into it. Sylvia just lost her footing, and Martha's already been scolded by me.
Mom, thank you for trusting me. I was wearing headphones and reading, so I didn't notice.
Silly girl, you're my daughter. If I don't trust you, who would I trust? At home, focus on getting ready for college. Go chase your dreams. I won't let trivial matters make you suffer.
Thanks, Mom. I'll study hard. Won't let you or Dad down.
Dad, what happened at lunch was all my fault. I lost my footing and dragged Nanny Rose into it, and Mom scolded her for it. Am I always causing trouble for family? If sister feels uncomfortable seeing me, Dad, maybe I should move into the school dorm. I don't want to make everyone feel awkward over me.
Sylvia, you've lived with the Woods for 13 years. Your mother and I have treated you like our own daughter. Don't bring up moving out again. But understand, Yvonne suffered out there for 13 years. Our whole family owes her. Don't bother her over little everyday things while she's getting ready for college. It's getting late. Go back to your room and get some rest. My little science genius, your big brother brought you breakfast.
Thanks, bro. You don't have to bring food every day. I'm not.
No way. You're our family's top priority. Yvonne, Mom, Dad, and now we're thinking in half a month we throw you a big graduation banquet. We'll invite the important people here and officially introduce you to everyone.
You don't have to go through all that. I'd rather spend time.
No way. My sister is this outstanding, so those show-offs need to see it for themselves. Don't worry. I'll take care of the dress, the venue, and the whole program. You just be happy and be the center of attention.
Hey, Tina, I heard from your family is throwing her a graduation banquet? She's just a country bumpkin who spent 13 years in the sticks. What does she know about social man? My sister spends most of her time reading, so she doesn't know much about our wine and golf social circle. At the banquet, please be gentle with her. Don't embarrass her.
Don't worry, see a joy.
Too proud to care about fame and fortune? Then at the
I'll make you.
You little hillbilly, the laughingstock of the whole province. I want to see if Mom, Dad, and our senior will still treat you like a treasure then.
Uncle Forrest, Auntie Forrest, see a joy. You're here. We've been waiting.
Tina, you came so early.
Oh, Mrs. Forrest, congratulations. We heard all about it already. Today is a big day for the Forrest family. Double joy today. We have to raise a few extra glasses to you later.
Chairman Grant. You're too kind, Mrs. Grant. It's a family dinner today. Please, everyone, come in.
Tina. This is our eldest daughter, Joy. You young people are about the same age. Chat more later and get to know each other.
Hi, Joy.
Hi.
Today. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to join the Brown family's dinner tonight. For this first toast, I'd like to raise a toast to heaven and to every friend here with us today. 13 years ago, my own daughter, Joy, was tragically kidnapped. We thought we'd never see her again. But heaven was kind. My daughter Joy has returned safe. For me, Jonathan Woods, this is the greatest blessing of my life. And the second piece of good is today, my two daughters received admission letters from Northvale University. Joy is this year's top science scorer in the province, and Sylvia was admitted to Northvale with excellent art exam results. As parents, we are proud of them both. Come, let's raise our glasses. No need to be formal. Chat and enjoy the meal.
Bro. It's all in the past. I'm doing fine now, aren't I?
I can't let it go. Joy. Let me make it up to you. Okay? From now on, in the Woods family, I'll peel shrimp for you for life. And shield from every storm forever.
Oh my.
This Lafite is really good.
Sierra, you know wine best. Hurry and explain it to your sister.
What kind of glass should this wine use?
How do you taste it?
So some people don't embarrass on their first drink. Tina, don't be like that. Sis lived deep in the mountains for years, so she knows little about red wine, French food, or Western If Sis wants to learn, I can teach slowly when we get back.
Listen, I almost forgot. The top science student at Northridge and Clearview University probably spends all day buried in formulas nobody can understand. How would she have time to learn classy French-style noble manners like we do?
Zoe Hart. Our family's working together is basic business courtesy, but that does not mean you can stand here and boss my sister around.
What is going on here? Aaron. With elders and guests here, what are you doing, yelling like this?
Ask Sylvia, her so-called best friend. From the moment we sat down, they kept mocking Yvonne, saying she was a country bumpkin from the sticks who knew nothing about red wine. They are putting on airs.
Dad, it's not like that. Tina was only joking with my sister. My sister wasn't even mad.
Don't blame Tina. This is all my fault.
My daughter, Lincoln's girl, can eat and drink whatever she wants at her family's banquet. She doesn't need to follow anyone's rules or read anyone's looks, Sylvia. If your friend can't even learn basic respect, then the friendship between our families can end here. Chairman Lin. Please calm down, Chairman Lin. It's a misunderstanding. My fault for spoiling this girl too much. She doesn't know her place.
You damn girl.
Who are you, talking about Miss Lydia Lin that way? Get on your knees and
No.
apologize to Miss Lin Joy right now. And I hope no blind idiot mouths off about my sister again.
Brother deep words.
Grace Joy.
Archer. Traffic was bad, I'm late.
Not at all. Deep words, perfect timing. Introducing you. This is Lin Joy, my real little sister, the one I bragged about to you on WeChat every day, this year's top science scorer in the province.
Hello.
Lin Yu. I'm Luke Lawson. A friend of your brother's. I've heard Aiden talk about you a lot.
Nice to meet you, Mr.
No need to be formal. Call me senior. I graduated from Northbridge Physics a few years ago.
Sis. Luke's a legendary Northbridge alum. After graduating, he founded Lawson Tech Hub, the country's top tech incubator. He's still young, and already a billionaire tech investor.
Yeah, this guy's a research nut. Top cutting-edge physics labs at Tsinghua and Peking are in his tech park. If you're looking for some obscure material, he's the best person.
Top national key labs.
Just a little early investment. I heard from Arthur that you've been teaching yourself college physics.
I've been reading electromagnetic field, but some foreign textbooks are hard to buy here.
I happen to have the original internal lecture notes from the Tsinghua Peking Joint Lab. Interested?
Really?
Can I use it as a reference? For you. Come by my place tomorrow and get it.
Tomorrow? Is that okay?
Anytime. You're always.
Yenshin. I'm curious about physics too. Can I go with my sister tomorrow to visit your research center?
The lab is full of boring code and formulas. It might not suit an art student.
See you at.
You don't have to force yourself. Chairman Linden, Mrs. Linden, I'm really sorry about today. Another day, I'll bring this girl to apologize in person. We'll be going now. Lynn Yates. See you at the research center tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Luke. Traffic's heavy. Please drive safe.
All right. What a night. My two precious girls must be exhausted. Let's go home.
Sierra. Sis. You're still up this late. Were you waiting for me?
All day, you planned that bracelet thing, and you had your friend test me at the party. I think some things we should talk about openly.
Sis, what are you talking about? I had nothing to do with Tina's situation. The bracelet was just a gift for you. If you really hate me, I'll tell Mom and Dad tomorrow that I move out.
Sierra, drop the act.
Mom, Dad, and brother aren't here. Let's get along, okay? Get along? Are you trying to provoke?
Can't we just stay out of each other's way and be civil? You don't need to keep going out of your way to target me, and I don't want to waste my precious time on this pointless family drama.
Stop pretending. Who wouldn't want to be the eldest daughter of the Lane family? You're trying to make me let my guard down like this.
Think whatever you want. But I only care about studies and future. That stuff of yours is boring to me.
Fine. Since you put it that way, we'll just go our separate ways.
If you don't mess with me, I won't touch you. Deal. Good night.
Even though I'm not happy about it. There's really no benefit in going head to head with her right now. We'll just live our own lives for now.
Sure. Today, Mom and Dad brought you two into Tsinghua and Peking.
You two take good care of yourselves at school.
On weekends, your brother will drive over and take you home. Take care of yourselves at school.
Alright. We're here, so drop the act. You go your way, I'll go mine, at school. Let's just pretend we don't know each other, so nobody feels awkward.
Works for me.
Wow, the new roommate's here.
Hi,
My name's Chen.
I'm in class 1, physics.
Hi, I'm Shou Qing.
Hi, I'm Lin Yu, also from class 1, physics.
Wait, Lin Yu, you're the top science scorer in the province? I get to share a dorm with the provincial top scorer.
We're all class.
Let's look out for.
Of course,
Since today's the first day of school, we were meant to meet. Let's go off campus and celebrate.
I'm in.
Hot pot is a perfect match for
Sounds good.
dinner's on me tonight.
Hey, sis.
I'm calling to say the county sent word. Mother Zhao and Daju Zhao were both sentenced.
That's good to hear, bro. Thank you for helping me keep an eye on this.
Silly girl, no need to be polite with your brother. Evil people get what's coming to them. You don't have to worry anymore. Just focus on the studies you want to do.
See you this weekend, buddy.
Neil.
Xiaoling.
Yeah, come out. We're at your school gate.
What? You made it to Beijing?
Of course. Didn't we promise before? Wait for me, we're coming in to find you now. Wow, yeah. Since you got into Qingbei, you've been looking more and more like a scientist. The class monitor and I were taking pictures at your school gate. My legs are giving out. This top school is something else. It's huge.
Yeah. During the National Day break, Xiaoling and I discussed it and had to come to Beijing to see you and the legendary Tsinghua, and now we're not together anymore. I'm in Wuhan, Xiaoling is in Nanjing, and later we'll all be scattered far and wide. Seeing each other again won't be easy.
No matter how far we go, you two will always be the most important friends in my life, and I'm most grateful.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Before I left home,
Teacher Lee asked me to bring this to you.
Teacher Lee said the county's #1 high school got the all-English cutting-edge physics reference books and lab equipment you sent. The principal's so happy he said you mailed a box of mock exams for junior and senior students.
Yeah. You're at a great school, busy, and you keep thinking of us, sending things to us and the school. It really warms everyone's heart.
How could I forget? If Teacher Lee and the principal hadn't protected me, and if you, class leader, hadn't taken the lead at if Xiaoling hadn't taken me in that night, I wouldn't have made it out of the mountains alive or be here today. This toast is to you, to our friendship, may it never fade through the years.
Through all the years, never fade.
Siue, you're seriously so lucky.
But I heard that.
Older sister you just found.
Spends every day in the Tsinghua Peking physics lab. And doesn't even come home on weekends. Worried he'll fight you for the family fortune one day?
Worried about him? What is there to worry about? I'm a daughter of the Wood family. I have everything I could want. I don't need to be like him every day, miserably warming the bench. Why should women study so much? As long as you marry a powerful, wealthy husband, you can live your life without a care. Only poor people.
Still, Sylvia really does have good.
She set her sights on the head of the Blake family, Landon Blake, a long time ago.
Landon.
Sylvia, what brings you here?
I heard you've been working late lately because of this tech project, so I made you bird's nest soup. Give it a try. Don't work yourself too hard and wear yourself out.
Thanks for your kindness, Moon. But you didn't have to go to this trouble to bring them. My schedule is packed today, so I won't have time for you.
It's okay, Brother Yenshin. Work comes first. Then I won't bother you. Drink the soup while it's hot. I'll get going.
Take care on the way. Have my assistant see you out.
Brother Yenshin. When it comes to family background, looks, and ability, among the elite heirs in the provincial capital and Beijing, no one can compare to you.
Joy, have you been
With your thesis? Must be exhausting.
Come home this weekend. Mom and I haven't seen you in ages, and we want to talk.
About your plans after graduation. Okay, Mom, then I'll come back Friday night. Dad. Where's my brother? Why haven't seen him
Your brother's on a business trip. He won't be back till next week. Let's eat first. In the blink of an eye, you two are graduating from college. I asked you back today mainly to see what your plans are for the future.
Dad, after graduation, I want to join Wood's group and help out. I want to learn business management from you and my brother, so I can help take pressure off the family later.
It's good you feel that way. Our group's design department has an opening for an assistant designer. Start there.
An assistant, Dad? Since I graduated in design from Capital North University, could I start in project planning or as a manager? I could learn faster that way.
You join the company. You don't understand the business yet. First, prove yourself at the bottom and build a foundation. Otherwise, how would those under you respect you?
Okay, Dad. I'll do as you say.
Joy. What about you? Do you want to join the company or have something else in mind?
Dad, I'll handle my own affairs myself.
Haha, good. I've trusted your judgment. Whatever you want to do, I'll give you my full support.
Huh?
What's wrong? You were fine eating downstairs. Why are you crying as soon as you came up?
I'm not their biological child, so of course it's different. When Lin Yu graduated, he joined the company as a vice president. But when I brought it up with Dad and Lin Yu, he wouldn't even say his plans after graduation, and Dad said,
They're guarding against me.
They treat me like an outsider.
They're unfair. Don't worry, Miss Joy. I'm here, I'll help you figure it out. Jangwo, when Joy mentioned joining the company today, why only give her an assistant position? After all, she's the daughter we raise. Giving her a manager role now shouldn't be a big deal, right?
You think I'm making things hard for her on purpose?
I'm afraid Joy will overthink it.
She'll think we're playing favorites. What you don't know is Joy's GPA was terrible during her 4 years at Northern Crown University. She even paid others. She only cared about socializing in high society circles. In the end, she barely graduated. She's my daughter, and I can support her for life, but I also have to be the thousands of employees under me. If I hand the company over to someone incompetent, that would be hurting everyone. Luther Tech's R&D starting pay this year is the highest in the country, and they get direct access to national-level project resources.
I hope resume makes it past the first screening. They apply cutting-edge semiconductor physics to commercial battery models. This company's technology
is on a whole different level.
As shown on the screen, solid-state electrolyte physics, merged with high-capacity battery architecture, will redefine industry standards.
Yenshin is seriously dazzling. Only a man like that is worthy of me, Lydia Lin. I will definitely become the future mistress of the Lucas Group.
Thank you, President Lucas, for the wonderful presentation.
Ian, you worked hard. You did great. You must be thirsty. Have some water.
Thanks, Lydia.
Sorry, I still have a few things to take care of.
Miss Lin.
Senior Lucas, presentation was excellent. Congratulations.
Thanks. I saw you in the back while I was on stage. Why didn't you submit your resume?
After graduation, I'll stay in the lab and keep doing basic research.
Lin Joy, staying in the lab to do theory is great, but basic science can only truly change the world when it's turned into real productivity. Lin Joy. Welcome to the Loon Group.
Thank you, Senior Loon. Lab setup here is more advanced than I imagined.
These are the most precise testing devices in the country. Your first task today is to help the R&D team analyze impedance data for a new solid-state electrolyte. Can you handle it?
No problem.
Lin Joy, the height you calculated for this electrolyte film is 3 microns lower than our system's default recommended value.
Walter Brooks. The recommended value is based on the polymer mechanism under ideal conditions, but considering the composite inorganic filler used this time has a slight porous, if reducing coating thickness by 3 microns won't just lower interfacial resistance, it'll also improve.
The formula is very rigorously derived.
Adjust it to your parameters. We'll run a control test set.
Sylvia, have you sorted out the autumn line fabric specifications and the 1 to 50 scaled pattern drafts Director Shaw asked for?
I was working on it, but no matter how I calculate it, the grading ratio between the larger size and the standard size is a little off. And the weight data for these silk and modal fabrics seems to have gotten mixed up.
How did you mix up RGB color mode with CMYK mode for printing? The colors on these drawings will come out off.
Director Shaw needs them for a meeting soon. Hurry up and
Don't waste everyone's time.
Okay, ma'am. I'll redo it right now.
Sylvia Lin. You've been in the industrial design department for 3 days. And this is the basic data you put together?
Director Shaw, I'm sorry. I haven't had any formal training before. Could a coworker show me the ropes?
No formal training? Then why didn't you take the time to fill in the basics before starting the job? The company pays you to work, not to pay tuition and teach you.
Don't
think being President Lin's daughter makes you a decoration here. In my department, only qualified and unqualified, no special treatment. Take it back. Get everything redone by day's end. One wrong number, and don't bother coming in.
Got it.
Yeah. How did your first day at the Lu Group feel? Lu Yenshin didn't dump much work on you, did he?
No, brother. It was fulfilling. Team vibe was great. Dr. Wong had me join analysis on electrolytic degradation. You can't get exposed to it.
As long as you find it interesting. If you get tired, just tell your brother. I'll go warn Lu Yenshin.
Serena is back. You must be exhausted. Come sit down. Martha made ginseng chicken soup for you today.
Thanks, Mom. Work was pretty demanding today. The company has a lot more rules than school.
My sister came back today.
She's working at Lucent Tech.
How does it feel?
I heard from my coworkers that Lucent's core lab. Regular staff can't get inside.
The security process is strict. You need to swipe in several times to get inside, but if you're with the team and follow the procedure, it's not.
How is that the same? Yvette is a key member of the core R&D team. Ethan would give her every security clearance if he could.
Oh, my dear Miss Sylvia, what happened to you? Why are you crying like this? Did something happen at company today?
Director Shaw was targeting me. He said I couldn't even sort out the basic data.
Who does he think he is? He's just a salaried supervisor. How dare he boss around a young...
Since Luna Lin came back, the family treats her like a treasure. At the company, everyone's laughing at me behind.
You majored in design. You should put your art school background to good use.
Put it to use? What do you mean?
I overheard President Lin in the study. The company will hold a young industrial design competition next.
But I can't get the basics of 3D modeling and structural tolerances straight. If I enter with subpar work, I'll just
Child, rules are dead. People are alive.
Nanny Zara, you mean I should hire a ghost designer? If Mom and Dad or Leo Lin find out.
If you don't say and I don't say, who would know? As long as you win, not only will Director Shaw stop looking down on you, President Lin will think you're more capable than Luna Lin.
Okay. As you wish. In this competition, I'll crush Luna Wood. Here's 50 grand in cash. My only request, a winning design.
Don't worry, Miss Wood. If you pay enough, in 3 days I'll deliver an original masterpiece worthy of top prize.
Luna Wood. Aren't you supposed to be the genius with the highest IQ in the whole family? At next month's competition, I'll make you watch with your own eyes. Who the real eldest daughter of the Wood family is, the one who deserves the spotlight.
Director Shaw, your design department
has a promising new talent this time. Among the first round entries, this concept is the most polished.
Thank you, judges. I joined the department, so I have a lot to learn. I've thought about this plan for a long time, especially the balance between materials and color. Several all-nighters before I finally settled.
Haha, young and promising. First place in the preliminary review, deserve. Keep it up. Looking forward to the defense at the final review. First place in the preliminary review. I knew it, kid. You have a gift for art.
Thanks, Dad. I did my best. I wanted to do more for the company. I didn't want you and my brother to think I'm dead weight.
Silly child, dead weight. You did great today. Mom is proud of you. Yvonne, eat more too. This time, you're
But it took first place.
Congrats, Sylvia. Thanks, sis. Sylvia Lane, for that vanity of yours, you really are clueless and fearless. This design won a public design award 2 years ago. It's a public patent. Once officially released in the Lane family's competition or put into mass production later, the Lane family will have leverage our rival. We'd be branded for infringement and plagiarism, and our
Sis, messing with others' design drafts isn't polite. Whatever your curiosity or jealousy, you're just a physics lab girl. I doubt you could even
I don't know much about design, but CU's set looks familiar.
Familiar? Good design shares common traits. If that's all, sis, I'm going back to prepare for the second review. Excuse me.
Yeah, why video call me so late at night? What happened?
Lulu, I forwarded product appearance designs and render files to your email. Open them now and help me take a look.
What drawings? Why mysterious? Yeah, where did you get these? These are the energy storage cabinet shell designs that won the Red Path Design Award in my sophomore year.
I asked my brother for the entries from our group's youth competition. When I saw the printed version at home today, thought it looked familiar. So I came to confirm it.
More than familiar, Joy. This is my original file with the name changed. That's insanely shameless. Lulu.
Don't panic. Send me the original project files, the 3D rendering log files, and the official digital certificate from the Red Bean student.
Joy, this plagiarizing creep is treating original work like idiots. You have to help me teach him a hard lesson.
Don't worry.
The biggest taboo in industrial design is rigidity. People spend all day locked in the lab and only understand cold material specs, but have no idea about industrial aesthetics. When I designed this outer shell, the key was using soft geometric forms to balance out the harsh feel of the battery components. Sister Cua, amazing. No wonder you're a top student from Tsinghua Peking Art Academy. That taste and vision aren't what ordinary Exactly. You took first place in the preliminary review. Director Shaw is usually picky with us, but he didn't have any revision note. The championship is yours.
You're too kind.
I just want to bring a little more aesthetic soul into Linton Group's products. Dad, you've been busy all morning, so I had the kitchen make some of your favorite pastries.
Sierra, that's very thoughtful of you. Come, sit down. I heard you're working overtime in the design department every day for next week's second review.
Dad, it's only what I should do. I came today to talk about our group's future product strategy.
Oh, let's hear it.
In today's market, a product's first impression, its industrial design and shell CMF packaging, makes money fastest. I want to help my brother and you share the business pressure.
It means that you care for the company like this. Dad is pleased. You're right. Technology and aesthetics have to go hand in hand. As long as you can. Give a convincing defense at next week's review meeting. Dad will consider letting you lead a project on your own. 100% match.
Dad.
CUA is too bold. If this got taken to the review meeting and released publicly, everything our Lin family worked to build would be completely ruined. Yeah, you did the right thing. Good thing you stopped it in advance.
Dad, I'm part of the Lin family. Have to protect the company.
Leon, you tell the design department next week's review meeting stays on his schedule, but strike Sylvia Lin's name off the list. Dad, how do we explain it to the design department? No public criticism? If this gets exposed, his career in design is ruined, and the Leon family's reputation. Tonight at home, we'll make it clear to her and have her withdraw from the competition tomorrow.
Dad. Brother, you wanted to see me? I just finished the outline for next week's review defense and was about to show you both. Dad, brother, what is this? Someone must have made this to frame me. Enough.
You're still lying now? This design won an international award 2 years ago. Tell me, how did you stay up all night and create this from 2 years?
Dad, I was wrong. I lost my head for a moment. Director Shaw scolds me every day.
Your brother and I won't make this public in the company, but tomorrow morning, you must submit a withdrawal from the competition to the design department on the grounds that your abilities aren't enough.
Withdraw?
Go back to your room and think about what you've done.
Lynn, it was you. It had to be you. You slipped the evidence to Dad and my brother behind my back. You stole my first place. You stole Dad and my brother's trust in me and forced me to quit the contest like a stray dog.
Miss, the soup you asked for. I went to the market early this morning to buy a free-range chicken and added American ginseng. It simmered on low heat for 3 hours. It tastes great.
Leave it there, Zhang. Go, and shut the door on your way out.
Okay.
Director Shaw. Sorry to bother you. I'm not feeling well today. I'm dizzy and need to ask for leave and withdraw from the youth competition. I've emailed the withdrawal request to.
Since you're not feeling well, get rest. I've already signed the withdrawal.
Thank you, Director. At the Lin family, Dad and Lin Yuan have already seen through me. I can't spend my whole life as a low-level assistant. I'll never accept that. If I can win over Lucian Lo and become the president's wife of low tech, then even the Lin group will have to answer to me.
Hello, Miss Lin. Have an appointment?
I'm here to see Lucian. I brought him soup.
Sorry, Miss Lin. President Luke went out early this morning to inspect the partner mine out of town, and he isn't at the company right now.
Will he come back to the office today?
We're not sure. President Luke's schedule has been handled directly by his chief assistant.
It's okay. Ian and I are close. I'll wait for him in his office.
And I'll put the soup in the fridge in his lounge. Of course, Miss Lin. I'll take you upstairs.
Right here. This is where my final real battleground, Lydia Sinclair's, should be.
What are you doing?
Lin. You shameless bitch. Wasn't it enough that you stole Dad and my brother? Now you want to steal my man too? Yenshin is mine. What gives you the right to hold him? What gives you the right to seduce him?
Senior Liu, attenuation data from the impedance set in my lab is still running. I need to go back and watch it. Since it's your personal mess, I won't stay and interfere. You can deal with it yourselves. I'm leaving.
Don't go. Explain yourself right now, you. Yenshin. Don't let her fool you. I got up at dawn to make you American ginseng chicken soup. Waited here for you all day. I care about you too much.
Lin Cua, who allowed you to enter my office without asking?
I brought you some soup. The front desk said you weren't here.
What gave you the right to stand here and run your mouth?
Yenshin, our families have been close generations. We've known each other.
Knowing each other for 13 years doesn't mean you can interfere in my private life, nor can you boss Lin Yu around here, Lin Cua. Listen carefully. To me, you have no special standing. I let you come and go in the tech park only out of respect for Uncle Lin and Lin Yu. That's the only courtesy I gave you.
Yenshin, how can you treat me like this?
From today's drill, all restricted areas of Lu Tech, even the main entrance of the building, are permanently off limits to you. Take your things and get out now.
Lin Yu, right now,
You must be pretty pleased.
you tattled to Dad and my brother, forcing me to quit the competition. You're really scheming. When you came back, you stole my brother. You stole Mom and Dad, and now you want to take Mr. Landon too. You can't stand me. You won't stop until you drive me to my death, will you?
Sylvia Lane. Do you live in trashy soap dramas every day? Stop it, okay?
You. What did you say?
I'm the biological daughter of the family. If I hadn't been kidnapped 13 years ago, Mom, Dad, and my brother would have you enjoyed over a decade of wealth and love, fair and square. As the adopted daughter of the Lin family, you're luckier than most. If you stop making trouble from now on, you could live your life safe and secure, enjoying your young lady life. That's something ordinary people wouldn't even dare dream of.
Why live off your charity, behaving like an obedient dog? For 13 years, I've lived on edge, doing all I could to please everyone. And you're just a wild girl raised in the mountains. Why can you come back and shove me into a dark corner? I don't want to behave. I want Brother Jensen. I want the Lin group to take back everything that belongs to me. And you're telling me to know my place? I'm telling you this.
As long as you're in this house, I will never let go. Yaya, Saya, so you're both here. Great. You two, go get ready. Your dad just called and said Jensen is coming over for dinner tonight.
Jan. Brother Jan is coming.
Yeah, your dad and brother were at the company, talking with Jan all afternoon. This time, our Lin group is starting a major strategic partnership with Lu Tech, and Jan specially brought the project proposal over. We can talk it over at home while we eat.
Jan, I like the strategic alliance we discussed this afternoon. The cooperation between the two families to develop and commercialize solid-state battery. Biggest project for the second half of the year, also a key battle for the city's new energy bid. Lu Tech has advanced labs and funding, while Lin Group has the province's top efficient manufacturing base. Our partnership is a powerhouse alliance. And Jan said, in this joint project, Yaya plays a huge role as one of the core technical leads. Good, my daughter, Linda. Yo-Yo, you need to work closely with Ian and help Lincoln Group make a name for itself.
Dad, don't worry. With Senior Luke here, this project will get off to a smooth start.
Brother Ian, Dad, for this joint project, I can join the team for product casing and CMF visual packaging. I can help out. Promise I'll work really hard.
Sylvie.
Solid-state battery R&D for heavy industry. The technical bar is too high, and it's non-stop late-night meetings. I'll put you on another project. There's no rush right now.
Yeah, Sylvia. You really are too competitive. Eat first. Stop thinking about work.
Dad, Mom. My head still feels dizzy. I'm going back to room to rest.
If unwell, go lie down upstairs. Auntie Zhang, bring a bowl of ginseng soup to me.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
That child thinks too much.
She compares herself to Joy in everything and puts so much.
Yeah, if she weren't obsessed with quick success and stayed on the right path, the Lin family could have supported her for life. It hurt me too when she withdrew today, but people have to learn some lessons.
Lessons? You feel sorry for me. Huh. Do you pity me? You think I'm useless. You think I'm just a lapdog the Lin family keeps. Then I'll show you what happens when this dog goes mad. Whether it can tear out the throat of the Lin group. Director Zhou, I agree to what you mentioned last time.
Tomorrow morning, same place. Dad.
Lu Group raw materials for sampling are here. Yenshin says, to be safe, the purity test must be supervised by Joy and her team. Once the project passes first review, Dad will give you a long vacation, and
Dad, I'm not tired. Working hands-on in the lab on a cutting-edge project like this is good fortune.
Morning, Dad, brother, sister.
Siua, why didn't you sleep longer? Your face is still pale.
My self-criticism from last night, along with my resignation letter. Director Shaw was right. I'm not fit. Transfer me to administration or logistics to start with the basic work. I don't want to bring shame to the Lin.
Xue, I'm very relieved that you've come to realize that. We never thought you were an embarrassment. We were afraid you'd go down the wrong path. Good that you can settle down and start from the bottom. How about this? I'll let admin know. You can help there first. Once you've adjusted your...
Come back to the design department. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Dad.
Second miss, have you thought this through? If President Lin or young Master Lin finds out, I'll lose my job.
Supervisor Joe, you were second in command in R&D for 8 years, right? Experience and ability-wise, how are you any worse than Lin Joy? She sees it, while you can only do errands outside.
Can you accept that? Of course I can. She's a little girl fresh out of college.
That's why I'm giving you a chance. Lin Joy enters solid-state battery formula data into the system this afternoon. I need you to use your adjust the ratio
Of 2 trace elements, that may cause the battery to overheat and swell. If it blows up during...
That would be a lab accident. There's 500 grand on this card. Enough for your whole family to live overseas. After it's done, I'll give you another $1 million. Supervisor Zhou, instead of spending your life being pushed around by some little girl here, why not go out and make a name for yourself?
Okay. But I only have one condition. The system can't trace my access records.
Don't worry, I'll have someone disrupt the server room surveillance during that time. You just do it.
Chief Lin, take a break. The data on the ion conducting circuit is nearly perfect.
Not yet. It passed the room temperature stability test, but if ambient temperature exceeds 60 degrees, the electrolyte membrane's mechanical strength will... I still think the amount of lithium lanthanum zirconium oxide in the formula could be optimized.
You're always so meticulous. Uncle Lin was praising you this afternoon. He said you can stick it out in the lab, and at home, you're acting more like the big sister.
Like a big sister? How did Dad put it?
He said Siua volunteered today to get grassroots experience in the admin department, and your influence helped her figure things out.
She volunteered at the grassroots.
Why? You think something's off?
Those 13 years in the mountains taught me one thing. Before a snake strikes, it usually coils up tight.
I'll have someone monitor the Lin family's system security.
Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I hope tomorrow's final data entry goes smoothly.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Joy will upload the core formula to the secure cloud. Then coordinate with them. This project's worth huge money. Secure the server.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Lin Joy, you thought that was your red carpet to the top. Big brother, are you done with work? I brought some fruit.
Grace, come in. I was going to the administration department today.
Pretty good. Even though it was small stuff, I learned processes I didn't understand before. Big brother, I was childish before. From now on, I'll work hard and stop making you worry.
Good. I'm glad. You can think that way.
See you tomorrow.
Grace Lin. If you really can turn over a new leaf, that'd be for the best. But if you want to flip this table, I'll make you lose everything, even your underwear.
That's the second miss who graduated from Northbridge and Tsinghua, and Director Shaw kicked her out to do grunt work.
What rumors?
That last design proposal was bought. President Lin was saving her face when he said she dropped out because she was ill. Just laugh now. Once 3. Let's see how you still keep kissing that so-called genius top scholar's ass.
Supervisor Zhou, leaving in a hurry? Going to check afternoon data?
Team lead Lin, yes. Isn't it going to the cloud at 3? I should check again. If the server bandwidth lags, I can't take the blame.
Isn't server maintenance the IT department's job? As the deputy head of R&D, it's rare to see Supervisor Chow care this much about the hardware.
The project's at a critical stage. It helps for those of us in R&D to be extra careful. Team lead Lin, is all your data ready?
Yes. Checked every parameter and every decimal place 3 times, Supervisor Chow. If something goes wrong with this project, not only will the Lin group take a loss, but whoever entered the data may also be legally liable. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
I need to get back to work.
Leo, do me a favor. Get around the firewall on the Lin group intranet logs and make a live mirror.
You noticed something was off.
The rat's heading into the hole. Need proof, not that he changed the data, but that he was somewhere he shouldn't be, when he shouldn't be.
In 3 minutes, I'll give you a separate monitoring port.
Maggie, my head's still a little dizzy. I want to go down to the convenience store for herbal tea and get some air.
Go ahead, go ahead. It's not like there's anything urgent this afternoon.
The data's been entered.
Not yet. Lin was in the lab the whole time. I couldn't get in. 250.
He'll go to Linton Yu's office for the final check and handoff. That's your last chance. Remember, switch the ratios of those.
Miss Sylvia, this could get me killed.
500 grand is in your account. If you back out now, you'll lose the rest, and I'll tell Linton you took a bribe. Manager Chow, we're—
Do you understand? I got it. Yvonne, let's go over it one last time. That nitrogen fixation formula, sure there isn't any margin of error?
Bro, you've asked 3 times. Relax. As long as the data is uploaded as is, next month's bid is in the bag.
I'm nervous. Lynch Group's comeback battle. Oh, right, Sylvia's keeping her head down in administration. She even texted me at noon. She said she wanted to seriously study.
Really? With her personality? I'm surprised she could settle down and do admin work. He took the bait. Supervisor Wade, is the AC breeze comfortable?
Director Woods, I just came to check if the servers were overheating, just to check the servers. You used a master key to check? Wade Cole, you've been with me for 5 years. Are you out of your mind? Director Woods, I was confused for a moment.
If I upload the data after tweaking the rare earth ratio, the battery could violently explode during testing.
This isn't about ruining the Woods Group. This is about killing people.
Who put you up to this? Spit it out.
What's wrong, brother? I heard something happened in the server room.
Director Zane, you.
How dare you sabotage the server room? Are you trying to destroy our Lin family? Brother, we can't go easy on a traitor. He's been snide with me. He must resent the Lin family because I made him quit the competition.
Sylvia, don't jump to conclusions. Director Zane hasn't said who was behind it yet. You're quick to label him.
Sis, I'm just thinking about the family. I'm afraid he'll twist the truth.
When Zachary was altering data, the attendance records from administration showed
that you were in the lounge, but Lucas's mirrored surveillance shows met him in the pantry on the 40th floor. Sylvia, since when is admin's herbal tea sold?
I took a wrong turn.
500,000 was transferred into Zach Chow's account. The sender, Maggie Chong.
Dad, he talked me into it. Zach Chow said he couldn't accept it. If I helped him, he could get me into R&D. I never meant to hurt anyone.
Shut up. How long are you going to keep this up? You wanted to get your own sister killed and ruin the Lin family's 100-year legacy. Lila, to deserve having such a darling like you?
Dad, call the police. No, sis, please. If police get involved, my life is over. I was really wrong.
So you're afraid of being ruined? When you tampered with the data, did you think about what would happen if Joy blew up in the lab? Did you think about the Lin family going bankrupt? What about mom and dad? Leo. Hand Zach Cho over to the authorities. As for Sylvia Lin. Joy, she was after you. What do you think we should do?
The Lin family raised her for years. We can't erase that because she's vicious. But we also can't let her get away. Dad, take away all her shares and trust funds and send her back to that poor mountain town where she was born. Since she looks down on people from the mountains and calls me a Wild Hill girl, let her find out what a real Wild Hill girl is.
No, people there will eat me alive. I'm not going. Leo, have someone watch her.
She leaves tomorrow. If she dares to run, call the police.
Ma'am, I was such a fool. Miss Joy said it was emergency money for a friend. How could I know she was using it to bribe the department heads? To do something so heartless. I've worked for the Woods for 15 years. Even with no credit, I've worked hard. Nanny Jane, in this family, I've never treated you like an outsider. Joy was foolish and went crazy with her. You even tried to borrow $500,000 as blood money.
Stop wailing. For the sake of your 15 years in this house, my dad won't call the cops on you.
You're here to laugh at me? Lin, you win. From today, the Woods family's one and only precious jewel. No one will stop you again.
I never wanted to beat you. You did this to yourself, beating every good card into the shredder.
Good cards? You call that good? The way mom and dad looked at me, like I was a replacement. What would someone like you, who grew up suffering in the mountain, you all would have thrown me out like trash.
So you tried to kill me. Data Cho-Ching altered would make the electrolyte decompose violently under high voltage testing and produce hydrogen. If I'd followed the lab would have been rubble seconds. Lin Siue, this isn't fighting.
I wanted to make you look bad. I never meant to kill anyone. Cho-Ching told me it would only smoke.
That's the difference between you and me. All you care about is the vanity in front of you, and you never understand the life and death stakes behind the tech. And you still dared to act. Your bus ticket to Qingtai County. Dad found someone to take you in. They'll get you over there. No one will know the fake heiress of the Lin family, and no one will give you special.
Qingtai County is no place to live. Lin Yu, you're getting back at me. You want me to suffer as you did.
No, I'm saving you. If you stay in the provincial capital, as you are now, your vanity will eventually push you across the line of the law.
Siue, go there and make a fresh start. I put some cold medicine at the bottom of your suitcase. And thick clothes too. It's cold in the mountains, and you've been frail.
Mom, are you really not keeping me here?
Keeping you would be unfair to Yeye. Siue, for these 13 years, the Lin family treated you well. Take care of yourself from now on. Go on, don't make mom and dad any sadder.
Lin Joy, do you think kicking me out means you can sleep easy? Lin family runs deeper than you think.
I never live off other people's charity. Enjoy that bitterness of yours out in the mountains.
She's gone. After she left, Leon Lin is covering the hole on the Lin group side. Zane Chow has confessed. He owed a huge loan shark debt there. That's why Sylvia Lin bought him so easily with 500 grand.
Zane Chow was a puppet. Did he say it or not? Who took him gambling?
That's what I was going to tell you. The one who took Cho-Ching to that underground casino was a rival of the Lin group. Someone from Prosperity International.
Lin Siue looks like the knife they pushed to the front. Prosperity International wants to kill two birds with one stone, ruin our turn the Lin family again.
So your fight is just beginning. The bidding forms for Lin Joy solid-state batteries have already been sent out, and Prosperity International has brought in a very famous overseas expert. They're determined to win this.
If they want to play big, I'll go all the way with them. Luke, contact our mentors at Tsinghua and Peking. I need the high-voltage stability data, the limit model for stability data.
No problem, Lin Yates. As long as you need it, Lucent Tech will support you.
That old fox, Victor Yates, actually sent that girl away. What a waste. I spent so long grooming that insider. And she got exposed by a girl who came back from the countryside. Mr. Ward, I heard she made multiple mirrored backups before entering the data, when she was actually standing right there watching. Interesting. Since that fake daughter is useless, we'll play it another way. At the bidding meeting, I won't just take the project. I'll also turn that provincial top scorer into a joke of academic fraud. The Yates family's good days are over.
Chase Doyle was just a test piece. Warren Vaughn wants to destroy the foundation. Dad, watch the company's internal cash flow. Chase Doyle's huge loan shark debt means there has to be someone inside the company, a headhunter who played.
You mean Wanching still has a plant in the company, and that plant got hold of the expert international just brought back from Europe, Salir? He's published several top journal papers in solid-state switching pools, and he has a nickname, the academic cleaner. He's best at finding logical holes. He's not here to do research and development. He's here to act like a referee.
The academic cleaner wants to nail me down in academia. If my data is so perfect he can't find a hole, then the only thing Senior, has that limit pressure model
Yo-yo, if we want to prove this battery is completely safe, we need to give the exact value of that breaking point. Salir will definitely question.
If we set the electrolyte elastic wave value here as a variable, Salir wants to use authority to crush me, so I'll fight back with the most laws of physics.
One watching might use the media too. On bid day, there won't only be expert judges, but lots of industry media too. He wants you to embarrass yourself in front of the whole. He wants to cut off your future and
Back in the mountains, they meant to marry me off to a cripple and lock me in a woodshed. Compared to that, Warren's little tricks are just want to publish a preprint
right now. Aren't you afraid they'll see the details?
I want them to see it, think they found my weak spot, then crash and burn on that weak spot at the bidding conference.
President Lane, here's the list of attendees for next week's bidding conference with you.
Why isn't Yvonne's name on it? She's the lead speaker.
President Lane, several senior board members want this. They think Mississippi Yvonne Lane is facing public doubt about her qualifications. For safety, I suggest old Leo from R&D give the presentation, and Miss Lin you handle tech support.
Old Leo? Can barely recite the grading for those formulas. You want old Leo to present director song? First day at Lin.
President Lin, I know this breaks the rules, but Wanching is making big moves. Shareholders worry that if this goes badly,
tell those old men to rewrite the list. Not only is Lin you presenting, she's going first.
All right, there's one more thing. Nanny Zhang's youngest son made a scene at the company gate yesterday. He said we were trying to drive mother to death.
Did you call the police?
We did. He was taken away. But before he left, he said one thing.
What did he say?
He said the second young lady left something for him in a warehouse out in the suburbs before she left, and told him to give it to the media when the time was right.
Already sent people to check the warehouse.
But the warehouse is registered under the name of an employee at
President Lin, the second young lady may be gone, but the mess she left behind could be even bigger than we expected.
All the late-night food places nearby are closed. There were only rice balls at the convenience store, so this will have to do.
Thanks, Senior. You still haven't gone back.
The project's at a critical stage. How can an investor sleep? Yeah, I read your preprint's first draft. You deliberately left out the key parameter on the protective layer in the thermal
As arrogant as Salir is, seeing that missing detail, he'll definitely think I'm covering up a technical flaw. At the defense, hammer this point hard.
You're walking a tightrope. If your explanation doesn't hold up by then, that'll be academic fraud.
When my senior was fighting to survive in the mountains, every second was a tightrope walk. Warren King thinks he can control everything because he thinks I have a choice.
You don't have a choice?
Since I was kidnapped at 5, I never had a choice. I could only win, keep winning, so I could take back my life. Sylvia Lynn thinks I stole her wealth and status. Warren King thinks I'm blocking his money. But to me, those are just obstacles I have to clear to stay alive.
Sometimes I feel your calmness is heartbreaking.
Heartbreak is cheap, Luke. Help me finish checking non-tel collapse data. That's what matters.
Alright, let's go, big scientist.
Mr. Warren, we got everything. Sylvia Lynn.
Even though she's gone,
she secretly snapped photos and recording.
Turns out they're
Get someone to sort it out. This rich family drama around Lydia Lynn is exactly what the public loves.
Got it.
That day, Salir will deal him a fatal blow. I want Lincoln King to watch how his own daughter, the one he's so proud of, gets drowned in everyone's spit.
You're still up, Senior?
Joy. You better brace yourself. Warren King is moving even faster than we expected.
Nice framing. You made me look like a villain from a rich family.
The comments section has already blown up. Someone stirring up trouble, saying you're no physics genius. A girl who lived in the mountains 13 years couldn't become provincial top scorer. They're implying the king.
They really think highly of the Lin family's wealth if they think we could bribe Qingbei. Wang Wanqing is set on smearing me. He's thrown logic out.
In the internet age, logic doesn't matter. Emotion does. Turned into a cold-blooded power grabber and an academic fraud.
Yeah, too harsh. They're saying you used dirty tricks to drive Cua away, and that Lin family gave you money to buy the exam questions. What kind of nonsense?
Mom, stop reading. It's clear these trolls were paid for. Yeah, Wang Wanqing's move is vicious. Oldly called. If we don't replace you,
Dad, if you replace me now, it'll only confirm every accusation.
I know that, but I have to save this project.
The way to save it isn't giving in. It's fighting back. Dad, brother, don't do anything now. Don't put out a statement, hire PR, or definitely pull the trending talk. Let them talk. Let them curse. The harder they go, the hotter it gets. Wang Wanqing wants to roast me over an open fire. Then I'll use that fire.
Yeah, I checked. Not everything leaked from the warehouse was filmed by Cua. Some edited audio was mixed in. CUA may be nasty, but not smart enough to edit recordings usable as evidence.
It was Wanqing's people. Before Lin Joy left, those hysterical words of hers became their best material. Bro, do me a favor.
You mean?
Warren King wants to play the morality game, then we'll play it to the end. He says I committed academic fraud. Then let the Dr. Sayer he hired come verify it himself.
Miss Lin Joy.
How do you respond to the online rumors that you bullied your foster sister and caused her mental breakdown? As for the solid-state battery project you're leading, is it true that President Luke Yates hired a ghostwriting team just to prop you up?
My morals, law, and time will answer. My academic work, at the bid defense in 3 days, I'll live stream the whole thing. Isn't Dr. Sayer the academic cleaner? I invite him, before the media, to put every piece of data I bring through the heart.
That girl's gone insane. She's actually daring to bring up a live stream herself.
President Wong, her last desperate struggle. Dr. Salier has already read her preprint paper and found 3 fatal logical flaws.
It just takes one question when she gets on stage that she's dead. Ordinary people can't understand that stuff. What I need is dirt that can crush her immediately. That recording Lin Joy left behind. Is it edited?
It's done.
Ha ha ha, good.
Those 3 flaws in the preprint. Did you patch them up?
No. I even added 2 more.
You really are something. If Serial doesn't catch it, then your whole act was for nothing.
A smug cleaner like him. When he sees dumb mistake like this, he'll think he caught me slipping. He'd never guess I'm baiting him into a dead end.
What if the public backlash gets even worse?
Senior. I'm someone who already died once in the mountains. To me, as long as I still hold this pipette steady, the world is in my hands.
President Wong, Wanqing International is determined to win this solid-state battery project. How do you respond to recent negative rumors surrounding your competitor, the Lam Group?
Competition in technology is normal, but I believe scientific research is sacred and honest. If the core of a project is built on lies and forgery, then it's not only a disgrace to the industry, it's a crime against investors. Dr. Salil will help everyone see true face of certain so-called geniuses with the same rigorous attitude today.
The shareholders called again. They said Wanqing has dug even deeper into Chiu Village back then. Now they're questioning your academic record and mental state, saying someone who lived deep in the mountains and experienced trauma must have a flawed personality. Dad, Warren King is trying to demonize Yara.
Yara.
Are you sure you don't want the PR team to help?
In this industry, only the weak need PR. The strong only need results. Warren King has fanned these flames so because he thinks the fire will only burn me. He forgot that fire shifts with the wind.
The live stream signal is now connected to all major video platforms. The live viewer count has already passed 5 million, Yara. The entire provincial capital is waiting to watch you.
Then let them watch all they want.
Next, please welcome Linton Group's lead technical presenter, Ms. Luna Linton, to the stage for the project presentation.
Before I begin, I've noticed that lately public attention on me personally has gone beyond the attention on solid-state batteries themselves. Since Dr. Salir is here today, let's not waste time on empty pleasantries. Doctor, I heard you have objections to the preprint paper published in Energy Weekly.
Ms. Linton, that is not an objection. It is your mistake. On page 42 of that paper, regarding the interfacial impedance, nonlinear regression analysis, you left out core stress compensation parameter.
Dr. Salir, I introduced that parameter, but not to falsify anything. It was because, in the latest experimental model, it has been proven to be a false interference term caused by the material's quantum tunneling effect. If you modify it according to traditional class, after over 200 charge cycles, your battery will develop irreversible
Quantum tunneling, Miss Lin? Are you using sci-fi jargon to cover up your mistake? The mechanics model in solid-state electrolytes
has ruled for 30 years. No, your mediocrity ruled 30 years. Doctor, please look at the motion capture in the lower left corner of the screen. That is why Vast Prosper International tried to copy our formula but still could not solve the thermal window problem. Because the experts President Warren hired are still using maps from the old world to find the way out of the new one.
That is impossible. Unless you change doping ratio of cathode and anode.
But wasn't in your paper.
I left it out because it's in a national patent I'm applying for. Dr. Kaur, those 3 flaws you pointed out just now were traps I set for people trying to steal my technology without basic logic to understand it. President Warren, I heard the latest sample Wellington Internet avoided those 3 flaws. So I asked Dr. Sawyer, if you don't approve of my technical approach, then why did Wellington International submission data match trap parameters exactly?
Chairman Warren, could you explain what Miss Lynn Joy means by match exactly? As for President Warren,
We were about to ask you to explain. Before Miss Lynn Grace was taken away, she left audio recordings, but after police forensic review were found maliciously edited by Wellington International.
That's slander.
Your excuses can't cover up your crimes, Poison Girl. For the family fortune, you drove your adopted sister into the mountains. Who would trust your data with such?
That report accusing President Warren of academic fraud was written by me. But I was reporting myself, because only that could trap someone greedy like you and catch off guard in the net of the law.
We found Chow Chen's attending doctor. He was ordered by Chairman Warren to exploit Lynn Joy's vanity, alter the research data, and cause a lab explosion.
Leonard Woods, you really raised yourself a fine daughter. What a scheme.
President Warren, the word scheme fits you better. My daughter just took back what was hers to begin with. And you wanted to destroy the work we put into this. Mr. Sawyer, as a renowned physicist. What you did on stage was a serious breach of academic ethics. As for review data from Prosperity Global and trap parameters from Miss Woods, the two are extremely close match. We will submit a formal request for investigation to the industry. There were some unexpected issues on site. But since the defense is not over yet, Miss Jade Woods, do you still wish to proceed with the remaining data presentation?
Since this is a bidding conference, technical metrics matter most. That interruption was to clear out the noise. Now look at the screen. This is the real slide 42. What Dr. Sawyer questioned. The quantum tunneling effect is not science fiction. It's based on nanoscale encapsulation technology independently developed by Woods Tech. We increased the cycle life to 3,000 charge.
if reading this right, the data on this slide was measured at an extreme minus 20 degrees.
Yeah, deep in the mountains, winter temperatures often get that low. Back then, I kept thinking, if one day could make it out, then whatever I made had to shine even in the coldest places.
He has no chance now. Chow Chang's testimony, plus that restored original audio track, can get him a few years. The Lamb family's stop has already hit daily limit in the 10 minutes after the hearing ended.
Senior, this is just the beginning. If Manhing International falls, there'll be Lee Man-non and as long as the new energy pie is big enough, people like that will never run out.
But at least now they know the Lamb family has a Lamb Ute. She's not someone to mess with. Oh, right, your brother just told me. Mrs. Zhang's youngest son confessed everything to police. In the warehouse Siobhan Lane left behind, besides the dirt, there were also some transfer records from Prosperity Global to her.
She really was careful. She even kept this kind of mutually assured destruction leverage. Too bad she misjudged Victor Prosper's humanity.
Yvonne, if you hadn't used that audio today, you still could have won. Why choose the most extreme way?
Dad, if I didn't tear that mask off, everyone would forever remember Sylvia as the victim who was forced out. Only by letting everyone see the proof of her dealings with Victor Prosper could the Lambert family come out of that media storm with our...
Yeah, I'm always too soft-hearted. I just keep thinking she lived with us for 13 years. There may be no family love, but there are feelings. Dad, that's one-sided on our part. For vanity, she could use Joy as a bargaining chip. When she made that deal, she never saw us as family.
Let's not talk about him. Dad, when will the bidding results come out?
Word has leaked from the review panel. The Forest Land Consortium's proposal got the highest score in years. Tomorrow morning, the Provincial Energy Bureau will officially announce it. Joy, you did a great job.
It wasn't a great achievement. I just didn't want Senior Luke's investment to go to waste. I don't want those late nights I pulled in the lab to be for nothing.
Yeah, Mom watched the live stream today. Seeing you made me proud but also scared. Scared you're working too hard. And I'm scared carrying too much on your mind won't make you
Mom, when I was in the mountains, washing clothes and living on one cold steamed bun a day, that was unhappiness. Now I can use to protect our family. Happy.
Siua is over there. I heard she's already checked in. The conditions at that factory aren't good. She doesn't even have a decent quilt.
Liwa Road was the one she chose for herself. No one's going to treat her like a rich young lady there. If she learns to sew her own quilt, that'll be a blessing for her.
Mom, Dad, I'm heading back to my room. There's also a follow-up mass production feasibility report from the Lu Group. I need to review it again before...
Yeah, rest tonight. Even machines need oiling.
Bro, I'm in better shape than any machine right now.
Where does Dr. Chen think he's going? Wang Wanqing is already in custody. Who can you rely on?
I was just following orders.
Miss Lin, you asked me to pass along a message about Zhou Cheng's medication records. If you can provide more detailed misleading evidence, the Lin family may consider not holding you responsible for aiding attempted murder.
I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. One of Wanqing's men gave me money and told me to make Zhou Cheng hallucinate.
Aaron.
The notice is out. We won. The market opened at 9:30 and our stock hit limit up by orders queued in the tens of thousands. At Prosperity International, the opposite, several major bond banks are applying for asset preservation, not business. Yvonne, yesterday at the venue, I saw her on that stage. That calm made me feel proud, and a little shaken too.
She's only
Aaron, when I was 18, I was hauling bricks at the factory. What we need to worry about now isn't her personality. It's those old traitors inside the company.
Dad, bro. I saw the notice.
Yvonne, sit down. The company is planning a celebration dinner tonight. Any friends to invite?
Skip the celebration. We just won the bid. The real battle is the production line setup and raw material supply chain. Dad, I want to talk about
Personnel? You mean those shareholders who questioned you at yesterday's meeting?
Shareholders seek profit. Whoever comes out on top, back them. That's Director Sutton from HR and a few team leads from R&D.
Sonia came yesterday too, to report on Nanny Martha's son's situation.
She reported it because she knew Victor was finished. She had to cut ties. Bro, did you check where Victor's money went? But did you check why every time Victor went to How, Sonia always approved his leave right away? And even on the day Victor tampered with the data, had a logic delay for 3 minutes.
The attendance system is handled by human resources.
Serial, the preprint you got from me had some holes I left on purpose, but some details in it were still from the first draft, not public yet. Other than me, you, and Senior Lou, only the administrative secretary who sorted and filed the first draft could access it, and they were personally and planted here by
This song Yara works for Wong Sun.
Not necessarily. Maybe she's betting on both sides. When Lin Xia was around, she helped him. When Won Sun had the people like that are more dangerous than Zhou Cheng because they're always weighing options. How do you want to handle it? If we don't call the labs R&D division and administrative system need reshuffling. I want to Miss Lin, congratulations.
That the R&D department gets bonuses. I was just
Director Stone, you work fast. Once the list is ready, pull out long leave records separately.
Long leave records? It's an old tradition in research and development. When projects get intense, there's pressure.
Time off, or a trip to Victor Wong's casino to blow off steam. Director Stone, Zach Cho is already in, writing his statement. Do you think he'll mention the person who covered for him in the attendance system?
Miss Lin. I don't know what you mean.
Good, better stay that way. Before 3 o'clock, put resignation letter on my brother's desk. Make up any reason you want. If you leave the provincial capital, I can pretend you were never here. But if you're still at the office after 3, I'll have the cops come talk to you about leaking trade secrets. It's all cleaned up. Someone like Sylvia Song, as long as her a way out, will run faster than anyone.
Leon Lin called me. He said that move of yours shook the grass, but he's worried Sylvia Song might lash out in desperation and go running to Vincent Wong.
Vincent Wong is behind bars. Once the tree falls, the monkey. Right now, she's only thinking about protecting the dirty money he skimmed over the years. She won't risk it. Senior.
According to the bid requirements, within 3 months, we must install the first batch of solid-state batteries for vehicle testing. The main issue is, among the raw materials, is a high-purity nano-piezo. Domestic suppliers can't keep up with demand.
I know an old mineral processing plant over in Clear Terrace County.
Clear Terrace County? Place where you sent Lydia Lin?
The ore veins are rich in this trace element, but processing is outdated. I want to see her and check out that plant too.
Seeing her is an excuse. You want to buy plant and make it part of our upstream supply chain. Better to keep profits in the family. With Lydia,
maybe I can give her a chance to redeem herself with a real achievement. If she's hopeless, then I'll just tear the plant down and merge it into the Lincoln Group.
Hey, you city girl, did you do the math right? If you short me even 1 brick, you'll answer for it today.
The sheet says 360. I counted it 3 times.
3 times? Looks like you're trying to pocket some. Rich girls from the city are the worst. Change it now.
This is the truth I wanted to show you. In the mountains, there is no logic, only survival. Siue, have you settled the account?
You came to laugh at me, didn't you? Seeing me here counting bricks, haggling over a few lousy cents with these savages, you must be loving this.
I'm not as free as you think. I came here on business.
Business? What business is there in a dump? You want to take the Lin family's last asset too, so I end up begging on the street?
Need this factory's output.
So? You want to be the boss here and make me work for you? Lin Yu, you're ruthless.
Ruthless? Sierra, you've been here half a month and still don't get it. In the mountains, nobody owes you anything. Those accounts were just numbers on a screen. Now you know better. They came from truckloads of ore and pairs of calloused hands. If you still can't sort out these books, then you're worse off than a beggar here.
Miss Lin, oh no, President Lin. I really didn't expect headquarters to send you here in person. Sorry, can't offer much in a place this remote.
Skip the pleasantries. I'm here to discuss the acquisition and production line upgrade. Lutech needs high purity 4N grade oxidized. Only 40%.
President Lin, you don't know the situation. Equipment is 10 years old, and most workers are from nearby villages. Barely any of them, especially the new accountant, Lin. She takes forever to finish the books and argues with the loaders.
I'm in a tough spot too, Director Chase. I need last year's energy use report and the
That's a mess. We haven't sorted it yet. Give us till tomorrow. I'll have accountant would send it over.
Director Chase, do you think I'm too young to tell how much you've skimmed here, or do you think that one who can't even do cost accounting could help you cover up shady accounts?
Director Wood, that's not fair. We're honest people.
Red Murray tampered with books. On every ton of raw ore, he pocketed a 15% difference. Did you know that?
What did you say, 15%? When I checked it, the paperwork and the cash matched up.
The paperwork was fake. He inflated the moisture content of the ore, turned extra weight into waste. Sylvia, even after studying at Northbridge and King, but you haven't lost basic common sense, right?
He actually dared to lie to me. Right in front of me, he acted like an honest, hardworking grunt, playing me for a fool.
In a place like this, the weak are prey. Lin Siwe, your identity isn't the second daughter of the Lin family, but a scapegoat Chen Hongda can shove at any time to take the fall. Once the auditors come in and find the books don't match, you're going to jail.
I don't want to go to jail. Lin Yu, please, take me back. I'd rather go back and be a
Take you back? Give you an inch and you'll take a mile. Siwe, giving you two choices now. First, keep being a punching bag. When I hand over the evidence, you and Chen Hongda can go down.
And the second?
Find the original receipts Conrad Chen has been hiding for years. He's a local, so he must have stashed them outside the factory. As long get those things, I'll put you in charge of this
Put me in charge?
You trust me? I don't trust you, but I trust your will to survive. If we don't rip out local tyrant Conrad Chen by the roots, Sylvia Lin, your last chance to prove you're not useless.
You plan to send Sylvia Lin to investigate Conrad Chen? He's the local kingpin. If anything happens, it'll be hard to explain to one.
A man like Conrad Chen is highly guarded, but he's least wary of a clueless pretty girl from the city like Sylvia Lin. Sylvia was best at pretending and sucking up.
So this is making use of trash?
Call it put her to good use. We can't wait on the materials, senior. The money Colin Hunt embezzled has turned into bad debt at the factory. If we don't clear it up, the Lewis funds won't come in.
The production line wanted the technician gets here tomorrow. Joy, be careful over there too. I found that after Warren Vaughn went in, his brother-in-law went to Greenfield County. He may be watching that batch of they're trying to choke off our raw materials. If anything happens to the Hunt factory, production line will shut down.
Got it. Good. We'll clean it all up in one shot.
Colin Hunt, you want to make me the fall guy? Then I'll make sure you die first.
Old Ray, this place was a pain to find, if it weren't for my brother-in-law needing payback. I'm not coming all the way out here to eat sand. Sorry to put you through this, brother.
That Lin family girl is here. She threw her weight about today. Looks like she really wants to swallow up my fact.
If she wants to swallow it, let's see if teeth are strong enough. Lush Tech wants high-purity goods. If the materials in this shipment get mixed with a little scrap, and tell me, is Lin Joy still alive in front of Lukey and Son?
Brother Frank, this is a heads will roll thing. If found out, then it was that.
New accountant, Lin.
You said her hands weren't clean, and you were already checked.
When the numbers don't add up and equip,
She'll be perfect fall guy.
once it's done,
The money in overseas account will double. Enough.
to live off for the rest of your life.
Who is it?
Probably a stray cat. Old Chen, when did you get so timid?
Since you're back, close the door.
Lin Joy, you were right. Chen Greatreach met Wang Prosper's brother-in-law. They want to mix into the first batch of materials and ruin your production line. And pin every charge on me.
Since Victor Fong showed up, Victor Fong has more tricks than just adultery.
What else did he say? They'll move tomorrow night, and Harold Chen hid the real receipt stub.
In the cellar at hometown.
You knew they were going to make a move, didn't you? You sent me to watch them to use me as bait.
Tomorrow morning, Harold Chen will send you to the warehouse to check that batch of raw material. Act like you know nothing, and help them shut the door tight.
If I help you, wouldn't that hurt you?
If I don't do it, how would Victor Fong slip up? Sylvia, remember, in the mountains, not only is the wind a blade, you must be even more like a
Sleep well last night, Accountant Woods? Lots of wolves in Moss County. Whatever you do.
Thanks for your concern, Director Reed. I'm timid. Other than the books at night, I wouldn't go anywhere. I've sorted out the accounts from the past. Ship this batch out.
Later, go seal the warehouse. Check everything carefully.
Okay, I'll go in a bit.
If Reed Harkins asks you to seal the door, go along with him. The real materials were swapped out last night by Luke Yates's people. Whatever Frank Bell plans to mix in will only ruin their own reputation.
Director Reed, we received a report this batch of raw materials from Harkins Processing is suspected of serious quality fraud. To ensure that, we need to do an on-site.
Mr. Reed, batch was just sealed, and Accountant Lin watched the whole process.
Director Carter is right. I watched the whole time, yes, but what I watched was him telling people to mix zeolite powder and sulfides into this shipment.
Director Carter, that was quite a performance.
You bitch, how dare you set me up?
This is giving it back to its owner.
Did you get the receipt?
In the cellar. I almost got caught by Carl Carter's wife. Lena, do you still mean what you said?
Tomorrow, you'll be acting deputy director of Grand Prosper Processing Plant. Lewis Tech's technician will stay to help. Remember the feeling of crawling out of the mud from now on. No one will make you their scapegoat again.
Lena, you win. You not only got the mine, you turned me into the blade in your hand.
Using Sylvia was a risky move.
Risky because he used to have a choice. But Sylvia now knows better than anyone that staying with me is her only way forward. Sign it. You're the acting deputy director of Grand Prosper Processing Plant. From now on, you're serving as the head of upstream supply chain for the Lin Group.
Just on an acting base.
With your experience and reputation, you need a full year of steady, qualified output, not one standout achievement. Even though the factory is full of his old cronies and connected relatives.
Even if I can't sit secure, I'll do it. Evelyn Lin, you're giving me this position. Aren't you afraid I'll grow into it?
You may only make recommendations, not withdraw funds. I'll leave 3 technicians and 2 security staff to assist you nominally, but in reality, Sylvia Lin, if you try to pocket public funds or raw materials for yourself, even a single cent, your acting term will be over before 2 p.m. that same day.
So it's not just a knife, it's a knife with chains on it. Those people won't listen to me. They think I'm an exiled rich girl who's bound to leave eventually.
The housing fund deductions and overdue medical insurance Chester Holden withheld. I had Leo Lin release earmarked fund this afternoon. Hand out that money yourself.
You want me to play the good guy?
Not the good guy, the one handing out the money. Remember, in the mountains, whoever controls rations makes the rules. Those foremen make trouble because they think Harold Chan can get them extra perks. Now you need to make them understand following you secures their family's livelihood.
All these tricks of yours don't seem like they came from a rich girl next door raised in a greenhouse.
Stay in place like that long enough, and you'll realize. There's little difference between people and beasts. Give them enough meat. And stroke their fur a little. And most will behave. It's settled, Harold Chan and Felix Fung have been handed over. Sylvia Lin Yu is staying behind.
The elders on the board are pushing for a split now. They say the partnership with the Lewis Group went too far, and all the risk is on the Lin family.
If we don't take steps, how do we outrun those hungry wolves? They're just scared the Lewis Group will take control.
Before Sonia left, she smartly emailed me a list, the names of shareholders linked to Prosper Corp over the past few years. It's not enough to convict directly, but Dad says you've been here too long. Come back.
Got it. I'll leave tomorrow.
Heading back to the provincial.
This is a special allowance Senior Lewis approved for you. It's not much, but enough to let you live better than the average worker. Even in the mountains, if you can refine this or to the highest purity, you're irreplaceable. All I want is the 15th of every month. The quality inspection report sent to Lewis.
Is Nanny Zhang never coming back? She did it all for that 500,000.
You sold your future and the Lin family's safety too. Do you think she can still come back, Sylvia? Cut the pathetic sentiment.
I'll be waiting in the provincial.
The first batch of qualified material. If something goes wrong, I'll give the deputy factory director post to someone else. As for where you'll end up, you know well.
Relax. I'm not done living yet.
She's gotten ruthless.
If she couldn't hold on to that mine. In this world, someone must do the dirty work.
After we get back to the provincial capital, how do you plan to deal with the board?
Aren't scared of risk? Then I'll turn that risk into profit and shut them up. If they still won't listen, let them take the money and get the hell off Lin Group's board.
Your brother sent a message. The meeting was moved up to 2 p.m. Charles Lee has contacted 3 senior shareholders and plans to challenge and the ownership of production line. Will count.
Charles Lee. I remember he owns 8% of Lin Group. He's an old partner who used to haul freight with my dad back in the day.
Thanks for your hard work, Yvonne.
Are old uncles at my brother's place arguing upstairs now?
Dad still hasn't decided.
He's waiting for you.
What about Dad's position?
Deep down, Dad's on your side. But he must keep the board stable. Besides, next month's bank loan extension still needs those old duck signatures. Yo-yo, when you speak later, leave a little room.
Room is for people who are worth it. Leaving room is suicide.
That factory in Clearview County was funded entirely by our Wood family. Why should the Reed family send technicians there? Isn't that just stick?
Uncle Lee, your voice is still booming. I heard you caring about my growth from the elevator.
I propose.
In view of Miss Lin Joy's conduct in Clearview County,
And for ignoring the board, she is hereby suspended from her duties, with old Lewis from R&D taking over for now. The project is now under review.
Yo-yo. Do you have anything to say?
Uncle Lee says I ignored authority, so let me ask, every year, Chen Holden pocketed nearly $8 million in raw material price differences at home. The money flowed to Evergreen Trading in the provincial capital. And the legal owner of that company is your nephew, Uncle Lee. Did the board approve?
You're slandering me. That's my nephew's business. What's it to do with me? I never said it had to do with you.
I want you to know that the factory in Greenfield County is now under Deputy Director Sylvia Lynn's authority, along with all financial control. Everything is being taken back. If anyone still wants a bite of that or, Holden is your warning.
Alright. Charles. Yvonne got the mine in Moss County and cleaned out the rotten ones. As for the production line upgrade, Lincoln just now received Lewis Group's agreement. If the finished product rate meets the standard within 3 months, Lewis Group will invest another $100 million. Anyone else object? Charles Lee handed in his resignation. He's old and wants to transfer his shares.
He's scared I'll keep digging. Wants to take the money and run.
Plan to take over his shares?
Not let my brother take them? The Lynn family must secure full control. Outdated board of directors should have been reshuffled long ago.
You're attacking the mountain to subdue the tiger has also used Lin Cue as a pawn. If she knew she had become a tool for you to threaten the old shareholders in Qingtai County, I'm afraid they'll hate you to death again.
Let her hate him. She has work and food to eat over there. Compared to Li Changfu, who wanted to drag the Lin family down with him, she was lucky.
Wanqing went bankrupt, but much of the provincial capital's commercial market was left vacant. Someone wanted to pull Wang Wanqing out to carve up that pie. Yeah. Li Changfu's desire to flee may not be solely from fearing you.
Many people are looking to snag a bargain. Since want to play, let's make the stakes even bigger. Mr. Li, heard you're in a hurry to leave. I didn't get the chance to throw you a celebration dinner.
Yo, don't need to mock me here.
The share.
I'll sell to Liam at 90%.
That should do, right? I'm too old for this. I just want to take the money and—
90%. Mr. Li, are you dreaming, or you think my brother runs a shelter?
What do you mean? I'm transferring them at a discount for our 30 years of friendship with your father.
Out of friendship? A connected company of Vincent International.
William Wexley threatened me. He said if I didn't sign, he'd spill everything about my nephew.
If he can threaten you, why not I? In return, I won't hand this evidence to the police.
Yvonne. Isn't 50% too harsh? What if he goes over to Weston and those leftovers?
He wouldn't dare. A man like him mainly cares about his retirement money. Going to Weston would be like dealing with a tiger. He knows more than anyone what happens when William Wexley goes in.
Leonard Longford's medical parole guarantee letter. So he was the deepest mole William Wexley planted in the Lynn family.
Warren Wexley wants out. Boss, how's the medical parole application going?
They say he has severe coronary disease, and the prison medical unit can't handle it. If nothing goes wrong, he'll be released to home confinement.
Though Wexley International has its assets frozen, he's moved much into overseas trusts for years. If he gets out, the provincial capital—
That's why he's in a hurry to have the remnants meet at South City Hotel. I checked. The organizer of that gathering isn't Wexley's vice president. Once he's out, the Wexley name stays. He'll use my Zhao logistics to make a comeback. Lin Jiangwo's daughter is a tough one, but in this world, nobody's so tough a knife can't get through.
Mr. Zhao, Li Changfu signed the 50% deal? He's at the temporary gate cursing, saying Lena Lin is trying to drive him to death. Ha ha ha, Lena Lin thinks she's smart. That move pushed the old shareholders to our side. Go tell Leo Longrich, as long as he's willing to cooperate, that remaining I'll cover it for him.
Yvette. Word about the 50% cut has spread in the circle. Some old friends are saying that now that I, Lincoln Kingdom, have made it,
Dad, if we miss this cut, the next one could be you.
He got started in illegal transport. The people under him don't play by the rules.
People who don't follow rules die by them. Bro, set up a meeting tomorrow with a finance reporter from the provincial TV.
An exclusive interview now? People are calling you cold blood.
If they curse me, I'll give them a bigger stage. I'm going on TV to officially announce Lin Group and Lu Group's talent.
So you're borrowing someone else's gift to honor the Buddha. Use half-price money from Elijah Long.
No. It's killing with a borrowed blade. Doesn't Gideon Bright think he can win over old shareholders through Elijah Longfellow? Then let the whole provincial capital see how Elijah Longfellow's money willingly donated to charity.
Miss Luna Lin, there have been rumors lately about personnel changes in the Lin Group, especially about the old guard of the Lin family. As for Mr. Elijah Longfellow transferring his shares at half price, many people believe the Lin family is casting him aside after using him. That too little warmth was shown to the older generation who helped build your position. How do you—
Warmth is a personal word, but responsibility is a social one. Uncle Elijah's decision this time was not forced.
How do you explain that, Admiral?
After signing the transfer agreement, Uncle Leo said he hoped to donate in full the funds tied to his shares to the newly established Linlu Youth Innovation and Miners Care Fund.
Donate it all?
Yes. Uncle Leo said he's getting old and wants to leave security for the workers in Qingtai County who labor in the mountains. He's using half his life savings to pave the way for the Lin family's future. We should be grateful.
How could this be crossing the river and burning the bridge?
Well played, Lena Lin. Well played, full donation. I just sent Li Changfu the deposit. And then he went on TV and hung a big philanthropist sign on Li Changfu, President Zhao.
Li Changfu's phone keeps ringing non-stop. He's panicking like an ant on a hot pan, saying if he doesn't admit this money is his, but if he admits it, he won't get a single cent.
Admit my ass. That's 40 million. I want to see whether he picks Lin Yu's sweet talk or my blade.
Yeah. That move was brutal. Li Changfu may be greedy, but he cares most about his reputation. After what you said on TV, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place now, bro.
There's no middle ground in the mountains. You're either a comrade or prey. Leland Chastain wants to play both sides, so I'll see he can't hold his bull steady. Dad, go see Leland.
Go to the hospital.
When you go, bring the Foundation's honorary director appointment letter. Once he signs it, he becomes Lin Group's people. Then let him, Leland Chastain, across the provincial cap.
Give the Lin Group's logistics transfer accounts from the past few years.
If you cooperate on that 40 million, I'll pay you back double later.
Chairman Lin, you move fast. Chastain. Yvonne said on TV how good your deed was. I can't fall behind either. This is lifetime honorary director appointment letter. Sign it, and you'll be the hero of the Lin family. From then on, the Lin family will cover retirement and funeral.
Jiangwo, I'll sign. I support the foundation. I'll call the TV station right now.
Lin Jiangwo, you've got guts. But remember, the road ahead is long. Those Lin family minerals better grow wings. He has set up a checkpoint at the Shindu border, claiming it's for vehicle inspection, but he's targeting trucks with Lin and Lu signs. Transport trucks.
Just as expected.
What are you going to do? If raw materials are cut off, once the line starts, every night delay costs a fortune.
Senior Zhao Guang thinks he can block the road because he built it. But he forgot, the provincial capital has logistics there are also
Must use official
No, I'm going to use Zane Grant's own rules. My brother found out Zane Grant's logistics company has been handling illegal. He wants to block my mine, then I'll leave his shady cargo rotting in the sun.
That kind of ruthless, 3 steps ahead thinking really doesn't sound like a student fresh out of school.
Notify the people in Clearwater. The first batch of ore won't take provincial road.
Then which way?
By water. Zane Grant can block the roads, but he can't block the long.
Yo, going by water from Green Terrace, go down to the dock, take the Z River, then transfer to the Long River. It takes 3 more days than going by land, and there are 3 locks. Zhao, if he pulls anything at any of the 3 places, our losses.
Sure he will. That's why, apparently, I still need those 20 trucks lined up on the provincial.
You mean empty trucks as bait?
Not empty. Loaded with ordinary construction stone from Green Terrace County, worth only.
As for Li Chongfu, he'll cooperate and hand over clues about Zhao Guang's illegal.
He has no choice now. He messaged me this afternoon from the hospital. Zachary Quill yanked out his 4 yesterday.
Still nothing. The drivers from President Quill's family came begging, said if this shipment is late, they'll lose a
begging? Tell him to beg the girl, Lydia Quinn. Wasn't she acting all high and mighty on TV? Why isn't she speaking up now?
I heard she's hiding in the lab at Lucent Tech and won't come out.
Keep an eye on that coward. Don't let even a fly get out. Lily. These 3 refrigerated.
They're taking the old mountain road, avoiding every main route and.
I tracked their route by satellite. They're posing as a seafood company, but look at the tire pressure and how low the suspension is.
I mentioned it in the lead I gave you. They transport flammable and explosive chemicals. To avoid the high hazardous cargo escort fee.
That move, using one man to kill another. You're getting better at it.
Holding up my ore is mere business competition. At most, gets fined. Hauling hazardous materials is a public safety threat. Zachariah Broad wants to play, so I'll give him a gift he'll never forget.
Going after him now?
Not just go after him. We make known across the country. Senior, please use the name of the Landry Group to send a research safety alert to the provincial public security. We've detected an illegal hazardous chemical transport route. That may affect Landry Group's suburban test.
Joy. I just heard Old Lee say. You had him hand over the evidence to the higher-ups. Zach Gower plays dirty. If he gets cornered, I'm afraid he'll come after you.
Since I came back, Dad, I never meant to live safe and easy as a rich young lady. A man like Zach Gower is like a.
I just think a young girl like you shouldn't have to carry all this scheming.
Dad, when a wolf wants to eat a sheep, it never cares how old the sheep is. I'm still a shareholder of the Linton Group. Then I have to clear the stones out of its path.
Press it all you want, it won't help. My truck's busted. It'll take 3 days to fix. Everyone behind me can wait. Isn't that the back road Brother Gower uses to haul goods? That's the road where we keep the hazardous chemical tankers. Why'd it head over there?
It's already been loaded onto the ship.
Lin Joy.
Don't forget what you promised me.
As long as the ore is in storage by 6 tomorrow morning, that acting deputy plant manager title of yours.
I'll drop the acting next month.
Why'd you sneak in like a ghost?
Brother Grant, in trouble. Number 3 cold chain truck got seized. The Environmental Bureau led the operation. They stopped us on a side road and they set us for illegally transporting flammable and
How is that possible? That route was cleared me by Leo Longford. How could he?
Just now the provincial office called the dispatch center and said Leo Longford spilled every transfer manifest we've had over the years.
The water route.
The Lewis family's private ship.
Lin Joy.
You don't just want my cargo.
You want me dead.
Gabe, let's go. Back stairwell isn't blocked yet. That bastard Leo Longford handed over all the ledgers. A subpoena from the provincial office has reached the finance department.
Go where?
Too late.
The docks are sealed off.
On the provincial.
It's packed with drivers who went crazy trying to get their freight money back. I've spent my life in transport, and in the end, a little con girl trapped me in my own house. Zhao Guang, come with us. Wang Wanqing, of all people to mess with. You messed with the king of hell. Right on time.
Lin Yu.
Your trick, building a decoy road, not only saved freight costs, it also helped the provincial capital get rid of a cancer.
Making sure raw materials made it into storage. Is the production line?
The technicians are working in shifts. Once this batch is stored, the first round of industrial premixing can start within 3 hours.
A total of 32 tons. I personally checked every single bag.
Lin Yul. Zach Grant really got into trouble over by the provincial road.
He got taken in. From now on, there'll be no Zhao brand in the provincial capital's logistics circle.
What about me?
In Moss County, Colin Holden's family is still making a scene. You need to go back and keep the production line steady. As for acting, I had Leo Woods issue a notice in the car to remove it. Lily Joy. Now, you're Deputy Plant Director of Grand Virtue Mining, with Assistant Manager Benefits at Lin Group.
Deputy manager. So counting ore in those mountains day and night really was more useful than
In the provincial capital, afternoon tea with socialite. What matters is your work, not your status. Let's go. Someone will take you to the train station.
Yvonne. The remaining 5% of Charles Lee's shares. Finish the buyback at 30% of the original. Now the Lin family has 65% of board vote, with absolute control.
What about small shareholders who followed?
After what happened to Leon Lee and Gavin Zhao, all became meek as rabbits. They came this morning, signed loyalty pledges, and promised support for cooperation with
Dad, business isn't charity. Mercy doesn't win wars. That's the first lesson learned surviving in the mountain.
Yeah. I understand all that. But I still hope life gets easier for you from now on.
Taking it easy is for the dead. As long as Victor King is around, the Woods can't let their guard down.
Victor King's medical parole was suspended because Zach Shaw was arrested and gave up many names, including the man in charge of medical evaluation, that doctor.
Victor King outsmarted himself this time. He wanted to use Zach Shaw to get out. But Zach Shaw dug his grave.
But he still hasn't given up. I heard he met someone in there.
Who?
A lawyer from the capital, named Sullivan, who specializes in handling international business disputes. Warren Wexley wants to consolidate the last top overseas assets under Wexley International and package them for sale to a foreign
He means to lure in a tiger. Once foreign capital steps in, Linland's consortium won't be the only player.
Exactly. They mean to choke us with international patents. Lily, the production line needs finished products ready within 2 weeks before foreign capital comes in. We must lock in the province-wide vehicle loading standard.
Then let's
Real speed.
Lawyer Sullivan.
Did you get the package?
President Warren, we've already filed the derivative patent for that first draft on solid cake extrusion. That parameter deliberately left out of the preprint is now in the public domain, so the claim is invalid. We registered his revision first. Lin Yue thinks she's fishing, but she has no idea I planted explosives underwater. The moment she uses the complete set of plans, we'll sue her for infringement.
But
That girl, Lin Yu, is a tough one. We need more direct evidence. Proof of a problem in the source of her original.
Look into that teacher at County Number 1 High, Mr. Lee. Joe Chung mentioned him. Back then, Mr. Lee helped organize many of her lab journals in private to protect her. If those journals are proven,
To have stolen someone else's work, I understand. Mr. Wang, charges like academic fraud and embezzlement may not stick right away, but once the process starts, every project Lena Lin has at Leshire Tech will be frozen. For a high-tech company like that, what does a 3-month shutdown mean?
I've waited half my life for this chance. That damn girl Lena Lin played tricks in the preprint, thinking she could drag me down with her. She's too young. She has no idea such a thing exists.
As source tracing to prove innocence. As for Mr. Lee you mentioned, our people have contacted him. That teacher at County First High lives in poverty, but he's kept all of 3 years of lab journals and draft. If anything in the materials overlaps with public overseas data,
I'm not faking a translation. I'm framing it so her 3 years of work becomes proof she stole Lu Group's early experimental data. Isn't she Tsinghua Peking's pride? I'll turn her into its disgrace.
Yeah, Lu Group received several strange patent infringement notices. They point to lawyer Sue. They dare question where the data in your award-winning junior year paper came from.
Wang Wanchun seems smarter in there, still keeping Dad in the dark.
They're trying to pull the rug out from under us. They're contacting Qing.
Are you sure it'll be okay?
Brother, the only thing I really own is what's on those pages.
I trust you. Lawyer Sue's people have already reached Qingtai County. They didn't go to the factory. They went straight to County Number 1 High School. He has an impressive title. His name is Zhang Huan.
Zachary Whitman. I've heard that name.
If you had those diaries and took them, even if they swapped one page, you'd never clear your name.
Mr. Lewis would never hand them anything.
He's stubborn. He thinks those things
You said you were Lily Hart's friends, but I called Lily. The number was dead. Mr. Lewis, that's a secure line. Lily's on a project now, involving states. Lily said only Lily can get them now. They can't be given to anyone else. Mr. Lewis, if you insist on guarding old notebooks, Lily won't get expelled from school. She could even go to prison.
Prison?
Why prison too? So hand over those lab records to us. We need to take them back for a fair review. It's the only way to save her.
Teacher Lee, put down keys.
Who are you? We're carrying out official business.
Please leave.
Who am I? I'm Lin Yu's creditor and watchdog. When I was at Grand Prosper Factory sorting ore, you smooth talkers had no idea where you were. Teacher Lee, don't believe him. Lin Yu is the toughest in the provincial capital. Who'd dare put her in prison? My sister told me to keep an eye on everything in Moss County. Especially these, dressed like decent men, but doing nothing decent. Expert Fletcher, right? Come with me. I'm afraid the tea at Grand Prosper Works isn't as good as in the capital. Hey, Lin Joy, I've got him. Whatever game you want to play, say the word. But don't forget your end bonus you promised me.
Take him around the mining site.
Show him what real raw data looks like.
Miss Lin, I'm not just a provincial expert, also legal counsel for Mighty Prestige Energy. What you're doing now already counts as illegal detention. You could go to prison.
Expert Fletcher, have been stuck in those high rises in the capital for too long? Seen plenty of academic attack dogs like you, helping Warren wash money and smear his right.
Sylvia.
That official letter just
Looked real. What's going on?
Don't listen to his nonsense.
Who do you think you are?
Professor Zach wanted the raw data?
Go check the pile of freshly made gold or powder. That's the output from the line Lily trained. See for yourself and judge it. Could your few fake papers ever make up that level of purity?
Sylvia Lin, this is barbaric. Filing a complaint. I'll make sure Leland Tech takes the blame too.
Wake up, will you? Lin Joy said on the phone to show you what real records look like.
This is transaction.
From your secret account.
Warren Shing wired 200.
He sent you to steal the diary. Lin Joy asked me to tell you. Who the hell do you think?
How did she know?
Stay put and wait for the provincial.
If you dare run, that mine still isn't.
It's short one body to fill the hole.
That was a surprise, actually. I figured he'd make a private deal with Julian Chong, then go back to the provincial capital and bargain with you.
He wouldn't dare. He's a shrewd egoist. He knows helping Harvey Hua would make him a pawn in Victor Wang's hand, one he can discard at any time. If he helps me, he'll become Lin Corporation's irreplaceable ruler in Green Ridge County.
But that will enrage lawyer Sue. He has strong connections in the capital. If he uses public opinion to pressure us, saying we have done.
The academic evaluator was brought in to assist an investigation into stolen mining site secrets. Simon Lin was controlling him. If he wandered near the mine gate for half an hour, Simon Lin deliberately had the guard lead him there. The surveillance.
He was snooping in storage. You two sisters, one plays it openly, the other uses dirty tricks. You work together.
It's not teamwork. It's survival. Did you find out Oceanway Energy's investor?
We found it, as you expected. It's not only Victor Wang, there are foreign-backed private equity funds too. They're not after Wansing's business, but they want to use lawsuits to force into our intellectual property division.
Then accelerate commercialization of the production line. As long as EVs are on the road, the so-called patent flaws will be nothing but worthless.
Aiden. Sierra.
She caused such a stir that rumors are already spreading outside. People are saying the Lin family spoiled its daughter and let her run wild down there. If it weren't for Sierra this time, Joy's diary would have been lost. Honest people like Mr. Lee. Sierra's methods may be rough, but they get the best results. That child is never coming back. What did Joy say? Double Sierra's annual dividend next month, and donate new lab building to Greenfield County No. 1 High School and name it after Mr. Lee. Yo-Yo's starting to act like head of the family, balancing force and favor. She silenced Sylvia and saved Professor Reed's pride.
Dad.
Yo-Yo is protecting Sylvia. She's telling everyone that even if Sylvia's down there, she's still part of the Lee family, and nobody can touch her. If lawyer Shaw makes a move on Sylvia, he'll have to think twice about the Lee family.
Get the diary back and have Professor Reed lock it up. Next week, Larkin Group will send a second batch of equipment. Watch the production.
Lin Yates.
You're insane, Chamber. You work me like a mule. Then dump more money on me than I could spend in a lifetime.
So do you hate me, or are you in? Raise me.
They filed for an injunction and also reported us to the Provincial Department of Commerce, saying our new energy batteries may have obtained core overseas patents illegally. They're demanding a technical audit of every Lin facility. This is robbery. Those patents from High Wave Energy were clearly based on the core architecture made public 4 years ago. They repackaged it by exploiting loopholes.
This patent troll move is attorney sue. They know they can't beat us directly, so they want to bury our products in the warehouse.
When the audit starts and production stops, delayed delivery penalties will be astronomical. An audit.
Fine. Bro, they're about to find out they've been selling an illegal structure on the global market.
If you release this core code now, the shield protecting the patent is gone. Then anyone can use it for free. Your 4 years of research. We'll lose billions in direct licensing fees.
Senior, when they try to trap you inside a walled city with a patent fortress, best move isn't to build a taller wall, but to tear the whole city down. Once this technology becomes a shared industry foundation, their infringement claim becomes.
That was a ruthless move. You turned the monopoly Warren King and Seawell Energy were trying to build into a free market.
They want to play Monopoly?
I'll make sure they lose everything.
Attorney Sullivan, I heard you sought a full ban on the temporary battery from the court.
The expert team confirmed that the figures shown by Miss Luna Wood were built on the core framework of Seawell Energy.
Attorney Sullivan, as legal expert, there is a legal line for bad faith patent filing. On the Joint Global Patent Office platform, I released this patent for public use. Any company can now use it for free. So tell.
How plan to fight this case now?
This data set breaks basic laws of thermodynamics.
Dr. Salier,
The model demonstrated is built on classical thermodynamics, but you didn't realize I updated the experimental variables 5 minutes ago. It was, if your model holds under this dimension of quantum data, then I'll not only admit plagiarism, I'll destroy my degree.
You
saw this coming all along.
Where I come from, there's a saying, set a trap for your enemy. Doctor, this show is yours to finish now. I won. No wall left in this world can hold me.
Lawyer Sullivan, if you tell me I spent all that money and this is what I get, watching a girl in the spotlight on TV, she open sourced the patent. She took everything I setting up and blew the game apart.
Mr. Ward, I've already done everything I could. That girl, Lydia Lane, is uncanny. She's not doing research. She's turning every technology into a blade
Spineless coward Leo Longford handed over all the evidence.
Where is Leo Longford now?
Being transferred to the provincial special.
tomorrow morning.
If Lee Chung-fu dies en route, that evidence is useless. And if Lin Yue's witness is gone, no matter how good she looks, I can drag her down later. Tell Lawyer Sue to contact Zachary Guang. If he still wants a comeback, have him turn that car into scrap for me.
Boss, the camera show.
There's a heavy truck stopped in the emergency lane ahead. The plate is fake, and its hazard lights are.
Who'd park there in this weather? Accident hotspot. Slow down.
Put distance between us and the I have a bad feeling that's a grave prepared for Lee Chong-fu.
Yo-yo, stay in the car. Call the police.
Yes, I did. The location's been sent to Luke Yinshin's people, but 15 minutes away. Boss, they're coming for Lee Chong-fu. Wang Wanqing wants to kill him to keep him quiet. I'm Lin Joy. You hijacked a police car. Run now while you still can, or you'll never see the outside again. Get lost. Ah.
Joy, save me. I have evidence, I do. The transfer records Warren King sent me are all in that case.
That stab from Uncle Lee almost went straight into your heart. Are you still going to keep those files hidden?
This is the cash flow list Warren King gave me, and the top secret documents of dealings with Ocean Power Energy. It's here.
From today on, you can count yourself as having died once already. Cooperate with the police. Or next time, no one will be able to save you.
This 13-year war is finally coming to an end.
The police took care of what happened last night. The rest of Warren King's men were wiped out, and this time, he's really not getting out. Yvonne, the chain of evidence you gave me, with statements from Julian Cole and Leonard Ford, is enough to freeze Warren King's overseas trust. Now he's completely broke.
Dad, Warren International is finished, but inside the Lin Group, several departments are still unsettled by that
How do you want to change it?
Lucent Tech and Lin Group's new energy division will report directly to the National Technical Review Committee.
Starting today, the Lin Group will be restructured. Lydia Rain became chairwoman, taking full control of the Lin Group's empire, and Lydia Joy, as the group's chief strategic advisor, now leads all new energy research.
And tech implementation.
He made a good point.
First quarter output is up 12%. Even though you're still acting deputy plant manager, you've got straight A's in the internal review. You'll be deputy general manager.
Is this because you want to use me, or because pity me?
Because you proved you can live well without relying on vanity. This time, your own ability got you here.
I understand.
Yvonne, tomorrow is final celebration launch. On Lucian's side.
My senior's preparing it. Don't worry, Dad. I won't only do this project well, I'll handle my—
Good, as long as you're happy. Your dad's biggest wish is to see you in a wedding dress. Only then will the biggest weight on heart
finally be lifted. I'll give you the best answer.
Your Honor, according to the defendant Warren's evidence, before Miss Lindley entered laboratory, she had many private experiment records that were not properly authorized.
This raw data
Overlaps on the timeline with the Lin Group's later tech patents. We have reason to suspect that part of the defendant's criminal motive was provoked by Lin Joy infringement.
Your Honor, I request permission to submit a piece of evidence. These are notes I wrote on scraps of paper I picked up during the 13 years I spent in Chow Family Village. Attorney Sue questions the source of my data because he thinks someone who came back from the mountains couldn't be this intelligent. Chairman Wang, you hired Zhou Qing to steal my files, thinking they were your lifeline. But what you do— I never put a real soul in a server. My soul is in these piles of scrap paper. President, in your way of thinking, people can be reduced to labels. I'm a country kid back in town, and if you put all these people on your scale, thinking you can control everyone's fate, but you forgot. Under the darkest kerosene lamp, people still think. That so-called shortcut of yours, it was nothing but an express lane to prison.
Miss Lydia Woods, what do you have to say about this verdict?
There are many kids in the mountains like me. They may never get an admission letter as the province's top scorer, but they're entitled to run in the sunshine. Woods Group will put all assets recovered this time from Prosper International into the Joy Heart Education Aid Fund. We want every child who was like me to have a chance to walk into lab instead of being locked in a woodshed. It's over. Next, we're going to build that 2,000-kilometer battery. That's the real beginning. You've changed these past few years.
Yeah. During those 2 years in Greenridge County, I learned to deal with people, and more importantly, to hold the line. I always wanted to prove I was the only one in the Forrest family, but now as long as I follow your lead, the Forrest family becomes unbeatable. Today,
You'll take charge of administrative affairs, heading to the lab to work on the next generation project review.
go ahead, sis. Don't keep those so-called industry giants waiting at the launch event.
Everyone, we didn't just solve the heat issue. We also fulfilled a promise. I once said I would make this energy shine even in the coldest places. This project, I call it Daybreak. It doesn't belong to the Lin Group, and it doesn't belong to me either. It belongs to everyone who once looked up at the stars in the dark and never stopped running.
You said.
Once project was off the ground. Finally take a long vacation.
Yeah, the long vacation I promised my senior. Do you still mean what you said?
I always keep my word. I don't want to be your academic partner. I want to go with you and see those coldest places you mentioned. The world's a big place, Lin Joy. Even if we're already at the top of the field, I still want to hold your hand and see the view at the foot of the mountain.
Before that, I have a personal project I want to start.
What project?
In the area of Zhao Family Village, build a Lin Joy science research base covering a 30-mile radius. I don't want another 5-year-old girl to be taken because she never got to see the outside world.
Then let's build it together. This time, we're strong enough to change the places that once left us in despair.
Back then, I thought escaping that mountain meant finish line. Later, I realized that when you're strong enough, every inch of land you cross becomes a new starting point because of you.